going to be even lower. So it's going to be a question of, can Secret Saiyan get the kills quick enough to shut down any follow-up damage that the Dark Knight can potentially start? That's the main thing. Now, if they do, right, they have good opportunities with both the Paladin and the Sage to reset fights, you know, to like set up new like sort of front lines. Because though we have the Sage Cage and the Paladin LB, which kind of force teams to fight a little bit further back, you know, to like not play into it. So it's all a matter of, in Secret Saiyan's team, it's all a matter of getting enough tempo going on. Whereas with Cozy Coalition, it's more of a situation of playing around long enough to get the Picto LB out, maybe get some like quick snap kills and pressure with the Machinist and the Summoner, because Summoner also with Bahamut and Machinist as well, both great guard punishes. So yeah, again, it's like these teams are going to be playing a lot around pressure. So
I think
it's going to be
also
most aggressive.
With the Secret Saiyan, also I think it depends on the Ninja as well. I feel like if the Ninja can get a good streak out with their LB,
yeah, oh yeah,
that could be very punishing with so many casters on the other team.
Yeah,
I feel like that could be a good combo.
So yeah,
so
all right.
if they can get that off.
All right, and the match starts
Start
here.
off at the library, by the way, which is the new map we were discussing earlier. And it looks like they're jumping straight into the combat right away.
Yes, right onto the Dark Knight there, trying to stop that engine from going off. Dark Knight is in guard. Yep. They are going to be pushing in. Very nicely done, though, getting out of there alive. Orion now looking pretty low on the mana over here. Is going to try and maybe get a bit of a Riddle Bomb, see if they can get a kill. There's a lot of cleave going in there. Tomo looking super low. Guard up. They're trying to fall back into the sort of the fountain zone to try and maybe sustain themselves. They are doing an excellent job keeping alive.
Yeah, they would definitely punish the Machinist and the Summoner are both low on MP right now. Both Mashiro and Tomio are being punished right now from the AoEs. But it also, what's good? They're getting the Paladin tried to get the portion up, but the Paladin did get the kill though. But they traded though. 1 for 2.
That's a lot of damage. My goodness, the Machinist is being run down as the rest of Secret Saiyans clear the 25% checkpoint, which is a huge tempo move right here.
Yes, if it's, the moment you get this map is very like it reminds me of Bayside, where you either keep the start or you're gonna have to push at the end. There's not many safe positions once you've got the 25% on this map.
I'd say the 25% is more important than the 50% in this map, if I'm being honest. Big beam coming out right there, but no damage, no kills. Great defense by Secret Saiyan. They were ready for that. I'm impressed.
Yeah, they split up enough that they could avoid the damage as much as possible, while also being close enough that they could support each other if need be. It was incredibly good play by the Secret Saiyans. But can they turn it back though?
They can. I don't know. We'll see. We do have Pictomancer and Summoner LB out, so Pictomancer is going to take. It's going to throw people back. That's going to equalize the pressure a little bit. Dark Knight LB has gone off though. They are in a lot of danger. The Invuln is going to wear off soon, and they do manage to get out. That's really, really good. But a Paladin is what I'm talking about here. It's now, once again, kept the pressure squarely in Secret Saiyan's court.
By the way, the Monk has their LB ready, so they can punish someone as soon as they've got the opening now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they've got their Monk LB in their pocket ready. Though they do have the YMH LB, which is going off by Cozy right now.
Boosh!
But the Dark Knight has been punished, and they've swapped tanks. Both tanks are down. Paladin on Secret Saiyan is down. So they have swapped tanks.
Yep, there's still signs of life here from Cozy Coalition. They're putting up a good fight. This trade was huge. It now is a matter of, like, if they can hold this position. They're using the walls really, really well here, but they are going to take a bit of cleave there, which is not great. Machinist in a lot of danger, and Trinity claims the kill. We got Tomo also super low right now. Looks like the rest of Secret Saiyan are slowly pushing their way in. It's not looking too good for Cozy Coalition. They need to stop like at least one of these people, maybe the Sage.
Yeah, especially with the Ninja building up their LB, that's going to be quite scary with their, with everyone being so close together. That could chain into quite a nasty combination.
You're right.
Fresh Pro is looking a bit punished right now.
Trinity is prepping, and Trinity sends the first Seiton Tenku and takes out Tomo. Everyone keeping their life above 50%. let's make sure we don't get linked here. Michiru looking low. Just ooh, did that count? It counted! Saint Tom Tenku can link more! It's going to end here, potentially!
Oh, Kazi is also down with the link. And Fresh Pro is also not looking good. Oh, it's nearly, it's so close. The Saiyans are getting so close.
Bahamut is coming out to maybe do a little pressure, but I fear that might not be enough. Michiru trying to get back to the point quickly. Tomu is on the point, trying to hold it for dear life. Michiru barely makes it on. Guard is up. Kaze just moments away. Can they support?
Ooh,
no,
LB.
They do get on the point though, which is good, but they need to swap off now.
Oh, not good, Kaze. I think this is it. I think this is it.
It is in fact it. Just a little bit too much clean damage there.
That was some insane plays by both Cozy and Saiyan. Like, that team comp with the 2 healers and tanks and the 2 DPS is, yeah.
That's exactly what I was talking about, right? The aggression that came out of the Secret Saiyans was exactly their win condition, right? You have so much cleave out there.
Yeah.
I would like to actually point out that they have to Cozy Coalition does have to be a bit aware of their spacing because they were eating a lot of cleaves from both Phlegma and Goka Mikyaku, because you have the burning dot, you also have the ball as well that binds everyone together. It's actually a pretty nasty combo if they aren't too careful. As well as the white mage being there potentially to punish any cleaves. They do have to be a little bit more aware of their positioning. Big shout out to Beleg as well. I do like the covers. They were actually pretty on point there. Quite a few times actually. They've saved people from death. So I think now it's a situation where Cozy Coalition has to identify the most important targets, which I think to start off with, definitely as soon as you remove the paladin, it creates a lot of issues for everyone else because they don't have the flexibility and the space to be as aggressive.
Yeah, you're right. I really feel like they're gonna have to go for the paladin first, which can be risky though because of the sustain that a paladin has. Plus, they've got the 2 supports, and that if you're focusing too much on the tank, that will then give the ninja and monk the ability to sneak behind the back and maybe get some cheeky hits in while you're too busy focused. So. Although it's a good idea, it can be kind of risky as well.
In this situation, I think it is because, you have 2 healers that thrive on aggression, right? But they don't particularly do well with healing. And the thing is, it's if you try to get the paladin to pop up guard early, that already gives you a lot of opportunity because now you removed cover guard as an option. Yeah. That gives them the space to play. So yes, you're absolutely right.
But they need to make sure they punish that.
Yes, so exactly. Don't as you say, don't over focus on the tank, but make sure that you take that option out, and that already relieves a lot of the pressure that you'll be receiving. Because now people have to play careful. It's sorry guys, I can't use cover and guard. You're gonna have to play back a little bit because I can't cover you. So on and so forth. You've removed an entire option, and it also ensures that you don't get Sheltron bombed as well. Because ignore the paladin too much, and I'm telling you, Confiteor Sheltron bomb, it hurts. It hurts a lot.
Yeah, paladin itself can be quite scary. I think, to be honest, paladin's probably one of my favorite tanks to play in PvP.
Understandable. But, it's a really good tank. I would say probably the best. It forms a lot of core teams because of what it offers. So yeah, totally. It's very situationally adaptive.
Yeah.
Looks like we're in Red Sands.
It's a good starter tank, I feel like.
Definitely, yeah. So we're in Red Sands right now, which is an interesting pick here because, again, Red Sands really punishes teams with no healers and stuff. I wonder if they're going to play harder into the aggression with it, or maybe they just practice on this map a lot.
Or they just, so maybe this was one they used a lot and practiced a lot more on. Maybe they're used to it more. And, the RNG involved with the sands as well, because, you can either get a shield, you can either get a damage, done, or you can get, there is some RNG involved with this. Plus, you've got the burning sands effect after time. So, yeah. Looks like the Paladin has really been punished. Paladin is low on mana, and they are pushing on them right now.
Yeah, so look at that. They're shutting that down early. I like that. And they managed to get a lot of... This is complete reverse of what previously happened. Nice pull! Bringing the Paladin in, interrupting the Elixir. Should have gone a little bit further back, and now they're going to get that beautiful punish right there.
Oh, let's see what happens. Is it going to be a pull-in? Are they going to get away in time?
I think they're going to try play it safe, but a lot of guards went up because of that. This is going to be a big opportunity for Secret Saiyan to maybe punish this. The Dark Knight now looking pretty low on mana, has to get out. Looks like we're getting chased. Orion goes in! Is it enough damage? Yes!
Oh! The Dark Knight is down. But they traded, the Monk has also gone down as well, so there's been a bit of a trade, the Dark Knight and the Monk, so... But the Paladin is back. I think they're going to punish the Pictomaster. Pictomaster is also down. I think the Machinist is not looking healthy right now. They've got mana, but I think they're being picked on right now.
They are.
It'd be interesting to see if the Pictomaster can get away. I mean, the
I definitely
Machinist...
think this is a retreat angle over here. They need to be careful. Maybe try either die on point or cover each other, keep each other alive. It looks like they are. That's gonna be a big cleave. They went to the same corner. Oh no! Big sniper comes out, but it doesn't find the mark. Mitsuru, unfortunately, does not kill with Marksman's Spite, as both teams go for a bit of a reset here. But
yeah. But they do have the White Mage LB and Pictomaster LB, so... And as I said, that they go off.
They do.
That can be a deadly combination.
Ooh, but they go off on the Dark Knight, who actually uses Living Dead, so they actually don't get a kill out of that. That was a really good reaction. As now Beleg uses Paladin LB during Heatwave, no less, so this is going to be a really nice bit of extra defense. They're going to have the better mitigations here, and will take less damage overall in the fight. Then there we go, one by one. Fresh Poet and Michiru going down, kills from both healers.
Yeah, Paladin went down though. They did trade with the Paladin. The Ninja has been taken down by the Dark Knight though, so they are trading kills right now. Yeah, but they are currently pushing the point a little bit. I think they're about to break. They're very close.
Very, very close. Orion goes out, barely survives with guard actually, even with Soul Survivor on them. They get out, insane.
Oh, watch out for the Cactar. For anyone that doesn't know, if you're in the circle where the Cactar goes off, you take damage. So the Sage is down.
Very nice. I like the composure like that Coalition had. They actually managed to rally themselves together, and they are now pushing back to the 50% point. I think Secret Saiyan overstayed their welcome a little bit too much, so they're going to have to go for a reset here. They might be able to stop the break. It's only at 10%. There might be enough time, but it's a question of like how they engage this fight. It's
going to be close. It also depends on what's going to be popping up here. Is it going to be the pull-in?
It is the pull-in. Oh, Nelly.
Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of cleave right onto Cozy Coalition. Ooh, Radine.
But they took out the Paladin, though.
That's huge. Oh, that's huge. Yeah. That's actually massive. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's actually huge. And
yeah,
also
I think the Paladin got taken out by the pull-in, actually. And the Monk is down.
Yep. Now they can go back, kill the people back on the point. They are delaying it a little bit as well. If they get these kills here, they are going to induce some heavy stagger onto Secret Saiyan, which means that they definitely have to get with the 50% point, with 75% of the progress already made. Now, they do have
the Paladin is
available.
Back.
We'll see.
Yeah. Monk LB, White Mage LB, and Sage LB. White Mage LB is nearly done. White Mage LB is ready now. Sage LB, Monk LB is going. They're going off now. They're popping off all the LBs. They want to make sure they don't get the Cozy doesn't get the 50%.
Yeah, they're just dumping the kitchen sink. All right, as we enter the last 5 seconds of the match, they are trying so hard to hold this point, and it does look like Secret Saiyan is actually going to repel this 50% break attempt. So now it's a question of, can Cozy Coalition regroup, fall back a little bit here? They are going to be potentially fighting into a Paladin LB. That's huge for them. If they don't die here, that means it won't be available for the next fight, but we have already lost the Dark Knight.
That's all good. And the Summoner is now also down. I don't think the Pictomaster is going to last very long either. They've been punished heavily right now. But they did trade with the Monk. The Monk is down. By the way, I will say that it's not good for this now. Remember, sometimes it is a good to if you could, rather than staggering your deaths, if you can all die at the same time, if you can't get out, sometimes that is a good strategy as well. Of course, not right now, but like if
like dying
make sure you get your deaths all at the same time
like,
if possible. If you can't,
like you stall the point and quickly expedite your death, right, rather than like delaying yourself to stagger. Absolutely, 100.
Yeah, but of course.
Oh, and that's a break right there. Yeah. Look, so now Cozy Coalition has to stay on the point or they will be losing this match. Big Beam coming out.
They've got the Machinist. They'll be ready to snipe anyone that need be as well. This could be the turnaround for Cozy. This could be the turnaround.
I love.
And I apologize if I just cursed you with that.
Good. You have to be
okay.
careful here.
I think the monk is going down. The monk is down. It's looking good for Cozy right now. Cozy is looking quite healthy. Though they've got the Dark Knight down, they are looking okay for now. They need to make sure they swap and keep their resources up on the point now.
Leon's rightfully so does retreat. Same with Trinity. This is their last stand here. Somehow Cozy Coalition have survived the break.
Yep.
The question is though, can someone stop this point? Will they actually make it? Oh, looks like they're gonna make it. They broke it. Woohoo!
Oh,
A little bit too hesitant there to stop the break. And that is Cozy Coalition putting one on the board. They're still in this.
that was crazy. Good job, Cozy. That was I didn't expect that to happen right there. That was, that break was,
That was actually, I couldn't tell you how they got away with that.
The fact that he won with 0.1%.
Well, I mean, that's why they pick Red Sands. Maybe they know the map and they've shown it.
Yeah, they've had practice there.
You know, I will say, like, their ability to, like, swap off point and support each other and keep each other alive whilst sort of draining the resources of Secret Saiyan was actually really key there. Definitely Hachi, you know, live lording as much as they could to, like, sort of take as much of the damage and, like, create as much space as possible really helped as well. Like, both teams honestly played pretty well. As you can see from the result, it literally could have gone either way. So I think we've seen a little bit of adaptation from Cozy here.
Cozy's trying to get used to the Saiyan strategies of how they're playing, but you know, they're Saiyans, right? They get stronger as they fight. That's how Saiyans work. So we'll see how see if they get a Zenkai boost for the next time.
Trinity would be very happy to hear that from you. But no, I think like. So, do you see what happened when they started like focusing as more pressure onto the Paladin? You immediately saw how like they had way less space. That first kill on the Paladin, like the pull in from Hachi, like really just started the ball rolling because now they were like, okay, like the monk goes and tries an LBs, right? But they're all like, yes, the person they're targeting is in an animation lock, but so is the monk, right? So all of a sudden now the risk versus the reward is like significantly shifted.
You can still punish the monk while they're doing that.
Exactly, right? So I think like this is where the Paladin, why it's such a value job in this meta, is because it gives these jobs like exponentially more strength. So yeah, this is to remove that as an engine from the match or like in the fight puts you in a really good position. So I think like honestly, great adaptation from Cozy. Love to see it. I love to see it.
It looks like we're getting a swap. Someone is stepping out. It's the monk. The monk is swapping out, so we're getting a different person is joining that team.
Okay.
So
let's see. Are we pulling up Vegeta?
Put the party find up. They're getting rid of the trunks and they're bringing in the father. Hey, look, they're bringing in Vegeta. It's Brian Ricardo.
Huh? What? Huh? Huh? Wait, what? Brother, this was not a Saiyan. This was a fucking primal summon. What do you mean?
They're like, you know what? Let's get rid of the Saiyan and let's have Shenron appear.
Like, what do you mean? Just casually, Brian Ricardo shows up, huh?
Man, now I feel bad for Cozy because Brian Ricardo is probably one of the best PvP players out there.
Yeah,
and he's playing Samurai, by the way, so they've got another melee DPS.
Well, yeah,
and Samurai is scary with the counter and stuff like that. Though it's a little easier now with the sound effect and some of the changes to the abilities. I still get nervous whenever I see a Samurai in battle.
I will say, you know, okay, like in fairness, right? Brian has been climbing a lot on healer in ranked queues, so the fact that he's not playing healer right now is, I guess, as close to a Mercy as we'll ever get from him. Because unfortunately, Brian himself has told me many times, like I want to win, and it's like and stuff like that. You know, I'm like esports is what he would say a lot as well. So I'm like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
So he trust Brian to never sandbag you. He will always play to win. So this is quite the call-in. I must say, this is quite the sub.
Though, to be fair, if Brian went healer, that'd be a bit weird because then you'd be triple healer. At that point, we might as well just have everyone be healer. Might as well swap the ninja to be healer and then get one tank, 4 healers.
Yeah, true. Okay, the thing is with healing, I do find that it does diminish its returns after 2. So I mean, I know you're joking,
even
but
2,
it's
I feel like even 2, you've got to be no, Brian, I wasn't being real. I wasn't. No, Brian, no. But anyway, even with 2, I feel like unless you're in a team that you know how to play, I
see what you meant.
I was joking.
I see what you meant.
I was joking.
Right, I want to win. I want to win. Esports. Sports.
I wasn't trying to talk this into existence, but okay, they've not got 3 healers.
You torpedoed it into existence, unfortunately. Oh well.
But no, as I was trying to say, I find 2 healers, unless you're in the pre-made group, if you're with randomers, I find that it can still be rough, with 2 healers, if you're not communicating properly.
I suppose, yeah. Now, okay, the weird thing is, with this composition, right, you can technically say that the Sage is a DPS in this scenario here, so maybe their damage profile doesn't drop off too much, but their entire game plan has now swapped from being aggressive to now just playing for time and trying to essentially attrition out the enemy.
We're just going to be walls now. We're just going to sit on the point.
Yeah, I mean, here's the other thing though, with just one paladin,
because they've got the Sage Cage, right, to block the point. They've got the laser to stun people off the point. They've got the Astros at AoE for the damage and healing. This is...
Well, they're going to be they make it up to that point, bear in mind. You have to remember, but there's going to be several moments where LVs aren't going to be up. The question is, can the white mage... sorry, it's not white mage. Can the paladin hold the line and ensure the healers stay alive? And can the healers... I could trust Brian to do that, maybe. But then the question is can everyone else do it? It's not... And because, you have the dash. Astrologian is notoriously hard to pin down, but everyone else has gap closers, not gap opener. So, it's going to be a lot of micromanaging from the healers on Secret Saiyan to keep everyone alive. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm sorry, Saiyans, if I talked this into existence. I didn't mean it to happen. But, yeah.
Alright, let's see. Going for an aggressive start already. Hachi trying to create some space here as they go and push in. They're going to play aggressive again, right onto the Paladin, but with 3 healers.
Yeah. With 3 healers, that's not going to be as effective this time. They're going to have to really make sure that the Paladin is low on mana, but if they can get back, and I think they're going to take out Fresh Poet. The Fresh Poet... No, the Dark Knight is down. The Dark Knight has been... Then the White Mage is also low on mana right now. They're low on health, but with the triple healer set up...
Oh no, the flip! They got stunned on the mats into a flip! No! Oh, but...
Oh my god, but they got the Paladin! The Paladin is down, but Brian Ricardo is currently pushing the point right now. The triple healer setup is definitely doing the works right now. The machine is also down. Fresh Poet, the Picto Master is not looking healthy right. Picto Master is down! And of course, Saiyans have full mana because why do they need mana? They're healers. They are the healed. They are the mana.
That's true. Who needs to recuperate? You have 3 healers. Okay, so they're doing a good job at keeping each other alive and covering each other. I think now is the time, though, for Cozy Collision to make the comeback here because this is a good corner for them to fight. Nice pull in. Let's see if they can keep the pressure up here. Nice beam out.
Heal and... Ooh. The Ninja LB is getting ready. If the Ninja LB can punish them, that'd be crazy right now. Paladin with the pot. I don't think they got the pot though. They tried to, but the Paladin's been punished right now. The Paladin's been stunned, binded, they can't move. They're low on mana. If they can get supported and get out, that'll be good. But no, the Paladin is down. But will they trade with the Summoner? Because the Summoner is also currently being punished.
I mean, look at the size of that barrier, though. And also, Radiant the Shield. Yeah, they're good. They're good. But the 6th team member arrives! And he does nothing. All right.
Watch out for Lalafell mode. Yeah, you gotta make sure you don't look at it so you don't get turned into Lalafell mode.
They're trying to get rid of Brian in the background. Do you see this? Oh, and then they do manage to, however, get rid of Michiru, but can they claim Brian in response? Oh, that's a big link, getting rid of the Dark Knight before they can pop LB. Very nicely done, Trinity.
Ooh. The Sage is working as their DPS. Watch out, Lalafell mode's activating. I don't think anyone got hit by Lalafell mode.
Nope, no one got into Lalafell POV. Which means the game continues. They are pushing into another one, though. No lookers. Oh, we got 2 lookers right on Secret Saiyan. They are now Lalafell POV.
Yes. Watch out. This could be where they get the Cozy could get their turnaround with the Lalafell mode. The Lalafell mode is over now, so it'd be interesting to see.
But that really costed them a lot of damage as well. Beleg now getting cleaved. Same with Hachi actually taking quite a bit of damage, but now Trinity is now being chased down.
This might be, if need be, this might be a time for Saiyans to just wipe and reset if they can't recover.
Actually. Oh, and Brian fully commits with the Astro LB. It looks like they want to stay and fight, actually.
Well, that's sure. That might work too. It's Brian Ricardo, okay.
Let him cook, let him cook.
He's gonna, the Astro LB, and he's gonna pull out like 5 DPS cards somehow.
Somehow, but let them cook. Hey, look at that. Fresh Poet already taking quite a bit of damage, is forced to run back.
They're all really low on mana right now. The Machinist, Summoner, and Picto Balance are all low on mana. Oh, the Picto did get the potion off, but still they were being punished.
Oh, that's a big beam.
Is down again.
That White Mage clipped both the Machinist and the Summoner over there, which is going to get the Summoner kill with a nice glare.
But they did trade with the Ninja and the Paladin, so...
That's true, that's true. Like, again, they are maintaining... Like, Cozy Coalition is maintaining their composure here. They're still getting trades off despite being on the back foot. So I do really gotta give it up to them.
They're doing a good job considering the odds against them right now. Like, this is not a team to mess around with. It is, even if it's 3 healers, it's still, you know, it's still 5 really incredibly skilled PvP players.
It's 2 healers and a green, like a DPS and a green trench coat. So you gotta bear that in mind. Oh, Michiru is looking pretty low. So I'm surprised they held out this position as long as they have. That is impressive.
And they pushed it a little bit as well. They pushed it back a little bit, so they've, you know, they've done a little bit to return the fire. It's not like they've just been holding back. They've actually been like making progress as well.
Oh yeah. But now it's...
The Dark Knight is holding the point right now, but they're not looking good right now. They need to get the White Mages to get there to help out if they can. But it's not... I don't know if they... Yep, they got there. Can they do it? The Machinist LB is ready.
Hachi somehow heals back to full health despite... No! They didn't stay on the point!
I bet you it's Cervatix. I'm going to go... I wish I could have a look, because I bet you there's someone just right on it, and that was so close, though. That was amazing.
Honestly, that's a lot of pressure in that situation. They played
good job by both teams. Seriously, Cozy and Saiyans, you both did insane jobs. Thank you so much for such a wonderful match to watch.
And I want to point out too, they ended that game as soon as I had Give It All playing. As soon as the song was over, that's when they did it.
Wow. So you're telling me that was scripted, Gidson?
Yeah. Good job, Cozy Coalition. You were amazing.
W script, great scripting. That's my tournament organizer.
All right, we're gonna get a couple matches scored out here because I think everything else is already done. So, give me about a minute here to get everything organized. We'll be right back.
See you all in a bit. Oh, okay.
Oh, really? Okay, so we can just keep yapping that.
Okay, we can keep talking.
Brilliant.
By the way, Noodles, you made me laugh a little bit. Thank you for the lovely comments in the chat. Like, I was trying to behave myself.
Listen, like I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I'm like
Fine.
trying my best to like, yeah, I'm trying not to giggle, and I'm like,
I'm not.
I'm trying to be
you know
serious, and I'm like, is that going?
You know, listen. There isn't a term for that, or maybe there is. I don't know. You are commentating. You just gotta say what comes to your mind, and unfortunately, my mind is a damn mess. It is what it is. But let's talk about that match real quick. Can we boo Brian? I'm joking. No, I mean it was actually really good. But you could see that like when you have 3 healers on the team and you're focusing down on the paladin, it can be really difficult because they could just absolutely kitchen sink heals into that paladin.
Yeah.
So pressuring them takes that slightly longer. And you know, it's not necessarily a bad idea because the guard still went up, but I think the sort of turning point of that first fight was definitely them overextending. When it comes to fighting an attrition team like that, you do have to be very careful with trading too much damage because it's very much so weighted in the favor of the team with the triple healers at that point, right? But what they do lack
you really
is the
need
pressure.
you really need to, if you're going to start pushing, you need to make sure you start pushing slow, because if you start pushing and going too far, then you're going to be punished with their support, like with how much they can sustain. You need to try and like stagger kill them, really, if any way you can possibly do that.
Yeah, I mean, and don't get me wrong, it is hard, right? Let's not get it twisted. It's absolutely difficult, but the disadvantage of having the 3 healers is that they can't pressure as much. So in the same vein that you shouldn't push in too hard, especially like cutting the line of sight from your own teammates, they can't do that too because they lack the sort of defensives and the like.
And they lack
CC
the
to really,
offensive.
stay in.
Like we joke about how much damage they've got, but like they still, they're still healers, so they lack the offensive power that like the monk and the ninja had, especially with the monk and ninja LB. The monk LB can basically take someone out easily on their own.
Exactly.
And the ninja can, like, if you keep them low enough, you can just chain most of the team. So yeah, it can be, especially with the white, like if you can go white mage into ninja, or I find a nice combination could also be dancer into ninja with the pulling and then like, so yeah.
Yeah, I feel for that particular moment. So what they had was a machinist, they had a summoner and a dark knight. Machinist is really good in terms of like actually countering a little bit of that guard play because they have the drill and they do have damage amplification. Summoner also has Radiant Aegis. If they put Radiant Aegis on the correct targets and play that really well, actually the team of 3 healers struggles a lot more. I think it's definitely harder to pull off this team that they had. Their composition was not by no means an easy one. Because it requires like a lot of situational awareness and reactivity, right? And with how tick rates are in this game, like we've seen it, right? It can be difficult.
Tick rate, tick minutes.
You tick minutes,
minutes.
Even, yeah. Roger that. Roger. Okay.
Wait, if you are watching this right now and you're new to the Giddison channel, because I saw some people saying that this is the first time watching PvP match, remember to hit the follow button, and make sure you tune in for other PvP matches on this channel. Giddison hosts some of the best PvP tournaments out there, so make sure you hit that follow.
We try. Okay, here's your $20 for the shill advertisement. Thank you very much.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Even better,
I'm just a shill.
If you see Gitson in real life, you can show your support by telling him how nice his pecs are.
Dude, you say that? I'm working through a pec imbalance right now. My left one is bigger than my right one. So like, they're not nice
isn't
yet.
that how it is for everyone? There's always one that's bigger than the other.
No.
Okay, specifically comment on the one pec that is bigger than.
Man,
that's a nice
big one.
That's a nice pec, singular.
Now I think if you did that to me, I might be like, oh, now we're playing.
So you say it's in your pecking order?
Yeah, there is an order.
Boo this man, boo! All right,
Giddison TMI.
No, it's part of working out. It's a reality. We shape our bodies for what we do. That's what we do here.
Okay.
That's by Toshio Goblin, by the way.
by Toshio Goblin. All right, well, I'm going to announce these results here. We had Valiance 2-0 over Noise Complaint. Secret Saiyan Team 2-1 over Cozy Coalition. Big Burst Crew 2-0 over Wolf's Hearts. And Hopeful 2-0 over Meow. On screen for you right now, we're going to have Team Hopeful from the EU versus Big Burst Crew. And if you want to catch more of Team Hopeful after this match, Razilla is hosting a tournament tomorrow. I need to get the link for that tournament. But it's going to be 6 a.m. American time. I'm not sure what it is, EU time, so I'll try and get that information for y'all. But yeah, take care.
Depending on which EU, it'll probably be about 11 a.m. till 12 p.m. roughly.
Hear anything?
Fine.
Even
yeah,
outside.
I turned off Discord instead of Spotify. That's totally on me.
Oh no, they couldn't hear us. Oh no.
Yeah, my bad. At least we fixed that before happened. Captain Mad Boobs, thank you for saving the day. Somebody, I don't know, reward that man. I don't know how.
I do.
Thank you, Captain Man Boobs.
I do find it very apt that we were just talking about your pecs and then Captain Man Boobs arrived.
To save
Like,
the day.
it was like, he just came in and was like, somebody say Man Boobs.
Can I mention that one team all has all the same last name?
It's a polycule.
Okay, you got Lulu Meow, Emmy Meow, Raider Meow.
Oh, the polycule, that's my
Yamakusa
favorite
Meow.
White Mage ability. I love that. All right, okay. Lock in. Okay, we got Team Hopeful versus Big Burst Crew over here in the aim, and that's a lot of meows. Wow, it didn't even occur to me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I said. Everyone's called Meow.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. Oh my gosh, I thought you were exaggerating. Wow, and we have quite a well-known set of players here. Team Hopeful as well. My goodness, that's a lot of players I recognize. So, Atreus Auditore, Airweaver, Sylvie Chan, Pio Pio, and Liliana Freeman on Team Big Burst Crew. These are regulars in the PvP scene. Well known. Quite a few of them as well. Tournament players. So these faces will be very familiar to you. Atreus playing
I've seen a few of these names.
Yeah, Atreus playing his trademarked Paladin. You know, I feel like every Paladin player that we know right now is just like, at least that we like hold in high regard, always goes for like the knight in shining armor kind of look. You know, I really appreciate that. Every Paladin player is kind of like in the same vibe. And then on the other side, you know, a kind of similar team setup as well. You've got, I see it now, the Pictomancer and Bard setup. Oh, okay, I see what this is gonna be like.
Yeah, with the Bard with the support, with the Pictomancer's support also, that's going to be a crazy team up right there. Then you've got the Monk for burst damage. Yeah, it's going to be a... Yeah, I feel like that team is going to be able to push really well. While also having the Monk sneak around a bit.
Yep. It's like they're going to be focusing hard on Sylvie-chan. Very nicely done, punishing that incursion into their backline there. So now it's a big opportunity for Hopeful to actually start pushing in. Emmy taking a lot of damage though, but gets the heal off in time under all that ping as well.
Yep, and they're still able to get the potion off, so they're going to get the mana back up. They're pushing right now.
Ooh.
Lulu Meow is down now, but can I trade with the Paladin?
Yeah, very nice use of the corner as well. Atreus, though, taking quite a bit of damage here, taking a bit of pressure. Does go into the backline, still staying in the fight, trying to keep up said pressure. Sabo Meow on the point, just going to die on point, let their team escape. Yamazura is out, so is Raiden, but the rest of Burst Crew is pushing in. I'm looking at the chat.
Now we know what that means now. Big Burst Crew, yep, that's...
I saw the chat.
Yeah, the British Broadcasting Corporation. This is what I'm paying my license fee for.
Yeah, so it's true. This is what happens when you don't pay your TV license. The Big Burst crew comes in and
The BBC comes in and whops it around. Not about whops it around. Sabu is down right now.
Okay, and Sylvie is up in the air, does try to look for some damage, doesn't quite confirm any. Emmy is now getting heavily chased down on speed lane, which is a big opportunity here. Yamazura getting silenced next. Very quick swaps over here from Big Burst crew.
Yeah, it's not looking good right now for the BBC.
I'd still actually it's looking very good for the BBC. Actually, I would say
Okay.
they're in a really good position right now with Atreus and Airweaver. Still haven't used LBs yet, and that is still on the board. Airweaver throws out the White Mage LB, getting baited in by their low HP. Atreus ready for the cover there, and it forces the rest of Hopefu back, which means that they have to let the 50%, I think, push out a little bit more.
Yep, they're gonna get that 50%. I feel like there's no way that I don't think they can get that defended right now. They need to get back together and just restock and then push together again.
Yeah. It's very interesting that they went to the White Mage variation of this particular composition, because it's allowing them to play very aggressive here, and they seem to be doing that very well. Their burst is really on point. Emmy now being caught out in the back, they immediately locked onto them. Motion sensors detected.
Yeah. They're noticing the monkeys trying to rat them and just turning around and instantly noticing them.
Yep. A little bit of an overcommitment of resources there with the cover guard, but it's all right. We still have Paladin LB ready. They are pushing it out. They're just playing a little careful.
I mean, they're past the 50% now. That even if they do start to get punished a little bit, they've got some time to recover. Even if they have to go back to the to the start point again. So yeah, they could be a little bit overconfident right now.
Actually, what's really interesting, so as soon as the Paladin LB went out, they immediately started falling back because they wanted to just ensure they got as little value out of that LB as possible, which I really like. They did have a confirm kill on Sylvie, which is like a bit of a but that's just well played on Hopefu's part.
Yep. But they do the other team does have their Paladin LB ready, and they do have both the Dragoon and the Picto Master LB ready. Picto Master LB can be a good support mechanic, as well as the damage and stuff like that. Dragoon, I find sometimes you can either use it to actually attack the enemy, or it can also be a good escape mechanic.
Big Beam comes out, but they managed to mitigate most of that damage and that stun, so very nicely done. Liliana throwing out Picto LB to try again create a front line and double stacking with the Tracer's limit break. They really don't want them to get this 50. Yeah. Not a bad idea because it puts them in a really good position, but they did lose PO in the process.
And I was going to say the Monk was going to go down, but I think the Monk might be okay. Maybe right now the Monk is being pressured right now. Monk is low on mana, but they do have their LB ready to push back if need be. But yeah, they did take out the Paladin. Atreus is now down. The Monk has got a way to actually LB.
As they do unfortunately lose a Paladin here, however. Very nice, but they're looking to get a trade onto Airweaver. Airweaver does line of sight them, gets the pot, is going to be staying alive for just that much longer. Emmy Meow with the great Riddle of Earth there, going to keep them in the fight just slightly longer as we enter the last 5 seconds of the match. We're now in overtime. Let's see if they can keep themselves on the point. Emmy looking low, needs to swap soon. They are going down. Raiden is off the point.
They need to make sure someone's on the point at all times to make sure that they don't lose.
Yep.
It's not looking good right now.
No, it's not. Yamazura is trying to
kill them
a little bit here, but it's only a matter of time before they get turned on. They go onto Sabo. You're killing them before they can pop out on the LB. That's a huge situation for Big Burst crew. No pun intended.
Yeah. But they will have the Scholar LB coming up soon, which might be useful with the cage. Might be able to help out if they can survive long enough. And the Paladin is almost back in time, so the Paladin might be back in time to keep an eye on, especially as you said, they died before they could pop the LB, so they do have the LB ready if need be. But they do need someone on the point right now. They need someone on the point.
Well, it was a good attempt, though. That was a good attempt.
That was close. They were keeping that point for as long as they could. That was really good.
That was, it was just against a team like this. when you're like, I guess that's why they kind of kitchen sink the 50% point, because they really wanted them to just stand on that 50% to like take cleaves and stuff and hold the point with just like, simply just by placing 2 people there and just attrition them out. So even though they did lose PO in the engagement and that last part, as long as they stopped that 50 and nobody else died, it was going to be a W for them anyway. I mean, and trying to fight into both a Pictomancer LB and a Paladin LB is not fun at all. Give a shout out to Airweaver there. Lots of really nice White Mage limit breaks, clipping a lot of people, putting on a lot of pressure. Everyone in general, like, also just playing really tight, using the walls very well.
Yeah. Using the walls to your advantage, especially with a White Mage, can be really good because you can trick people. You can actually get some heals off while not being targeted, depending on how well you used your ping and your movement around the walls. Like, wall movement with White Mage is incredibly important.
Absolutely. So we're now going into...
We love Giddison, by the way.
Yeah, we're also going into Volcanic here, which is interesting because they're going to be because they're going to be using Reaper in this.
Reaper can be scary, especially with the bombs, because you run away and then you could potentially run into the bomb lanes and take damage.
I know.
Plus all the other things.
I know another team, BDT, BDC, Big Donk City, actually really likes using Reaper in this map specifically. And I think the key reason is that you have these really tight corridors that almost guarantee that you're gonna be caught by the fear, and it sort of like doubles up as like, you use it to like focus on down one person, but because of the uncontrolled movement, it's just basically you turn 360 and just move. You end up line of sighting the person who's getting feared and focused on, so you're less likely to receive they're less likely to receive support. So it's very interesting that they brought it out for here, and so what they've done is a very intentional map pick with comp. I'm gonna see how Big Burst Crew adapts to this. I don't think they're gonna have as much problems as one might think, though, because you still have the Picto, you still have the Paladin, and by God, you still have the Dragoon and the Bard for damage.
Yeah, and don't forget the White Mage. White Mage can be quite scary too. But it looks like the Dragoon's being punished right now, right at the start. It's not looking the Dragoon's not looking healthy right now. They're low on mana, low on resources. They have their shield up, but like they did take a lot of damage from the start. So yeah, they did try and punish the Dragoon, and now I think they switched over to the Pictomancer.
Yeah, both teams are playing walls pretty well. Actually, their MP reserves looking pretty all right. Ooh, Raiden pokes their head out and immediately gets jumped on. No! Just as I said that, commentator curse strikes again.
I'm sorry, Raiden. But can they trade? Because, the other team is low on mana. The Dragoon's low on mana. The Bard is kind of low on mana. So maybe they could trade. It'll be interesting to see if they can. Ooh.
No, Lulu goes down. Yes, they're playing the walls really slow, being careful not to push in, poking as much as they can, and punishing anyone who sticks their head out. Oh, that's a big Medine right there. Liliana with the stun. Yamazura in guard. Can we get a cover? Sabo does get the cover off. Yamazura using that to escape so that Sabo can maybe also secure their own escape as well, but it doesn't seem like Big Burst Crew is letting them go, and they will be going down.
That White Mage that went out, that hit the tank, that made the tank not be able to do much. The Big Burst Crew is really punishing them this round.
Oh yeah. And Emmy's now sending out the Monk LB. It does take out Liliana there. That's actually a big opportunity. Pio also could be a potential target. Low mana, out of no guard, but doesn't matter because Bard. I cast a Pelling Shot.
So, just remember that you can use the Dragoon LB as an escape mechanic if you really want to. I know it's a lack of damage then, but if you need to jump out of the way, you can use it to try and escape.
I guess it can be a good maneuver. They do have the advantage on the progress. Oh, but then they are losing. Yeah. And they did lose Emmy, which is actually good for them. So this next fight, they could potentially use their LBs to defend this 50% here. Let's see how it goes.
They've basically got all their LBs on their team right now. The only one they're missing is Bard. They've got the Paladin, White Mage, Dragoon, and Pictomancer LB ready to counter. And Raiden and Yamazu are really looking not healthy right now. I think the Scholar is is close to being taken down.
Wow,
Score
they
is
ran them
down as I say that.
They ran them down. I think the bombs are also making it incredibly difficult for for Hopeful to really regroup and rally themselves. Because now they have to contend with a lot of LBs. Airweaver throws out White Mage LB. It doesn't get to kill just yet. Raiden does escape, so that's already one LB off the table that we defended. And a Reaper Guard comes out. Who are they focusing on? Not much, actually. They don't. They actually managed to escape that. Wow, nice.
Oh, well. And I think the Monk just got a kill with the Monk LB as well. They traded. The Paladin and the Dragon both went down.
Okay. Atreus still holding on to Paladin LB, maybe saving it for their attack on the 50%. We'll see.
The healers are currently fighting on the point.
Looks like everyone's going to try go for re-engage over here. Back out, back in. Let's see. Just a few pokes in here. Nice big cleave coming out from Emmy, but then Emmy in response gets struck. He is behind a wall, throws out a successful riddle to avoid being killed and will be escaping the fight. We do have Airweaver now taking a bit of pressure here, gets behind the wall again. Everyone playing walls super well. Big beam comes out, but it is not going to find a mark. Guard is active and it does stop any more incoming damage. Sabuao now using standard elixir, and we have to, I guess like both teams are just trying to feel each other out right now, Chili.
Yeah, though they've got the advantage right now, they're both kind of in the mid. They're kind of like keeping in the same. They're like, it's kind of staying in the same place right there. Both teams are testing each other out right now, as you say. They do have the Monk LB, and the Bard LB is going out as I speak. So it'd be interesting to see if they're going to combo that with any moves. I feel like the Monk might be going off soon. Yeah, the Monk just popped up and took out the Paladin. As we started talking about the fact that they've been holding the point, they decided, no, let's start pushing the point. The casters have realized what we're doing.
Oh boy, Liliana also looks like they'll be going down as well. That's a 2-for-1 in engagement. This is looking much better in Hopeful's position. Dare I say they have hope to win this as we do enter
the bombs are deciding to be a real pain right now and spawning right on the point where they need to defend it.
It really is. It's not great. 2 guards out. Who's gonna go down? Is it Sabo or is it Sylvie? A harmonic arrow gets blocked, but it doesn't matter. Sylvie taking a lot of damage here. Sabo Meow throwing out Paladin and LB is going to allow them to keep pushing this point ever closer to the 50% here.
Yeah, once they get to that, they need to get to that 50% ASAP because they are out of time now. So they got to make sure at least one person is on the point and they get that 50%, so they can at least have a chance to win.
Not just that, they got to break it as well, which is
they got to break it as well.
Position right now. But with the Scholar, they actually have the advantage when it comes to staying in the fight much longer because of all that mitigation, shielding, and debilitation. So let's see.
Scholarly things. Basically, you can do scholarly things.
Exactly.
And then nearly got the Bard LB ready as well. That'd be useful. And also remember that once they start breaking the point, if they can get the Reaper LB up, they can also use that to make them run off the point to, you know.
Yep. Oh, so Yamazura did just get snapped out, though. Can they find a trade? Atreus has LB up, so that might not be possible. They do have to play very careful now. Maybe playing around the Bard LB, maybe to, like, pull off some of the pressure. Lulu is getting chased down. They do not want that LB from the Reaper to come through. They are running them down like crazy. Emmy does find a counter kill, though.
Yeah, the White Mage got punished there. The White Mage was too busy standing on the point, and Emmy did take them down, even if it was a bit of a risky maneuver. But Emmy did get the play. Emmy did get traded eventually, but they've got people back on the point, so they can keep pushing it and trying to break it.
They can. Lulu sends out the LB from Reaper. It does go through, but everyone is back on the point. No kills found here. Everyone topped off with HP. Great shielding. Airweaver throws out. LB takes a lot of damage. Yamazura takes a lot of damage. Is getting covered by Sabo Meow in Paladin LB, which is going to reset the fight.
Yeah, the Scholar is getting their potion off because of the Paladin LB. The White Mage is down, but they traded with the Paladin. Paladin is also down. Sylvie.
And Emmy sends out Monk LB, taking out Atreus. Is all to tolerate. It is a 3v4 situation. Yamazura keeping everyone alive. Sylvie looking low, not looking good. Things looking grim over here with only a Bard and a Pictomancer to defend the point. Both of them standing next to each other, gonna get a lot of cleave here. Liliana is now down. We have Airweaver trying to make it onto the point, but a repelling shot and a knockback sends them off the point.
That was such a close match. Good job, both teams.
This is what I'm talking about.
See, it's
That's
not
what-
over
what did
until it's over. Until the
What did I
timer's up.
say?
And even then, when the timer's up, there's still the secret timer until people get off.
Yep, what did I say? Well, I specifically said that the Scholar is going to be a pain in overtime, and by goodness it was. It was.
The Scholar and the Reaper, in my opinion, are both deadly in overtime just because of the runaway with the Reaper Fear.
Yep. Well, I will say though, even though they intentionally chose this map with this composition, it was by no means a smooth road to victory.
No, it was a close match.
It was definitely close. But so this is very interesting. So Sylvie actually, who's in Big Bird's crew, specifically told me this once when we were playing. Volcanic's a bit weird in that the team who's actually behind, as in they haven't touched 50 and will be forced to play aggressive in overtime, has the advantage, and their rationale is that it's because of the speed lane. It actually allows the other team to get back into the fight very quickly. I'm not, and I guess the way the walls are positioned as well, if you think about it, they have much more space to fall back and go and use walls. Whereas if you think about the defending team, even though they're ahead, really has that one corner, and that is it. They have no space to fall back. So that's a really interesting thing. That Sylvie was actually aware of this, and you know, we've seen it happen just then and there, where, you know, despite the fact that they were behind and it was like a, you know, pretty bad situation, they had so much pressure. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, they were keeping them. They weren't able to move at all, even though they were at the start. They got really lucky. That Hopefu did pull back, as we saw, and it was as you said, it's because there's a lot of defensive movements. Unlike, in my opinion, Bayside. Bayside is definitely the opposite of that. Bayside is really hard to defend, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, no, it is. No, for sure. The 50% is actually kind of awful for the defending side.
I think the 50% is the key. At 50% and the 90% are basically the best defensive points for Bayside, which means that, you know, you're very close to losing when you've got to your best point to defend.
For sure. Okay, so now we are in match number 3. So winner of this takes the set, and let's see if we have. So we're back into their standard composition here. You know, with the monk, the bard, and the Pictomancer occupying the DPS slots. No job changes on Big Bird's crew side as well. But they've chosen, again, Red Sands. Now, it's very interesting because back in the day, no one really picked Red Sands, and I'm starting to see it, and not just this tournament, a lot of tournaments, people are picking Red Sands. I think there's just been
it's because it has a lot of different options for play. Like, Red Sands has a lot of different, cover operations. You've got especially with the, it's just fun with the, the Oasis and the cover, and, you have the RNG mechanic with the pits, but, apart from that, it's very, I think it's very straightforward, but without it being too boring.
Alright, let's see.
Calastro's kind of boring, but this is a little bit straightforward, but, you know, there's all the different things.
Okay,
and someone said also you get more LB on the rain, which is interesting.
It's true. Okay, Atreus playing aggressive to start, but floats back. Both teams, again, playing it really safe, playing with walls and stuff, ensuring that they don't overextend. Sabomeow taking a bit of damage here, but again, shielding from the Scholar negates the majority of that damage. They're playing this wall. They do maybe they're trying to let the point push a little bit more so they can get this choke point here. But no one is falling for the bait. We're going in with Emmy to try and maybe instill a fight. A little bit of an engage here.
I'm surprised Emmy isn't trying to go around the back using the speed lines, maybe. But no, they're staying at the front right now with the group.
Yeah, Airweaver does have Limit Break available. He pulls it out, but there is no kills out. Sabo guards that. Blocks the LB.
The point's being pushed a little bit forward, but apart from that, it's pretty much they're keeping it around the 50% mark right now. Both teams have got decent resources as well. The Dragon LB is filling up, but the Monk LB is ready, but I don't... Oh, Monk is down as I say that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
they
Monk,
actually
I cursed you
focused them. Didn't want the LB to come out. The option was there. I think that was it. Oh, big cleave though. Huge Medine.
Oof.
That is a huge Medine. Big stun. That's going to claim Sylvie right then and there as well. Good trade. Both Paladins still up.
And the Paladin's not looking healthy right now either.
Lulu Meow throwing
That
out
shield.
LV as well, so now it's forcing the rest of Big Bird's crew to fall back. Liliana maybe saving their Picto LB for their defensive point as well.
Yep. They've got the Monk LB ready. I think the Bard LB just went out as well, right? I think they just popped out the Bard LB, but the other Bard... Oh, as I said, the other Bard LB is ready. And they've just got
Oh, there it is!
The Pito is down!
That's huge.
But can they trade though? Meow is the Scholar is not looking good right now. They got attack. They just got Y-Mage LB. Can they be focused down right now? They've got low-ish mana.
I love that using the low HP and like to bait enemies in to kill the Scholar and then covering at the last second. Great play. Raiden claiming a kill onto Pio as they start approaching the 50% point, getting a lot of LB generation. Raiden taking a bit of damage from that Dragoon LB. A kill does not get found though, and instead they're mounting a counter attack back onto Airweaver and Sylvie.
Raiden's still being punished right now. So, oh no, the cover has gone out now. The cover has gone out.
Really well done from Sabo over there, and they kill Atreus before they could use their LB. Oh, this is going to be a very good situation for Hopeful.
Okay. The Monk isn't looking good right now, but I think they might be able to trade with the White Mage, maybe? It depends if the Monk can get... Oh,
they are out. The Monk is like managed to get out. Very nicely done from Hopeful.
That's some incredible play by the Monk. The Bard is also down. They're about to push the 50% point. They're about to crack it. And they're about to get shields from the Cactuar as well, which is a nice benefit for them.
Yeah, oh no, that's such a huge... Look at the size of that thing with the Scholars. Oh, this is devious.
They're all shields. They're all shields now. All shields all the time.
is like really struggling here. Oh my goodness, this is not ideal for them at all. A cover comes out for Yamazura. They are staying in the fight. Atreus throws out LB just to reset something. Raiden throws out Bard LB. They're going to mount a counterattack to deplete their MP. Sylvie goes down. Yamazura claiming the kill. Pio.
Basically had
Liliana all just grouped up. It's not going to be enough.
It's not looking good. Well, it's looking good for Hopeful, but it's not looking good. That shield with the Scholar shield was like... They basically had two of the same... Like, they had two health bars, basically. They basically had two health bars at that point. They had to kill them twice to get one kill.
Liliana has no space to use Picto LB, so that is them going down immediately.
The Dragon's in the air right now,
but... No choice, has to do that. Goes in a guard immediately. Pio potentially out here poking a little bit to try to provide some support. Uses Payon onto Sylvie to make maybe ensure a escape. A cover comes up for Atreus, but Atreus goes down immediately!
Wow. And the Dragoon as well. It's not looking healthy right now. Now we've got to make sure that not only do they stop the point from being pushed, they've also got to make sure they have someone on the point at all times, because otherwise this will happen.
Insane. Well played. Hopeful. I always had hope they would win.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa, okay.
They're bringing in the hope. And also we had a massive raid. Thank you. Big shout to Denmo for the raid. Thank you so much.
Gitsin, you wanna take it away?
Sorry, I didn't even notice that you raided me in with that many guys. Thank you so much, Denmo. I was so involved in the what do you call it, in the match.
Denimo. No.
You just missed you missed an absolutely banger set in one of the best EU teams fighting a classic NA team too, which is like, the VOD will be up later if y'all want to watch it, but man, it was a good match.
Where? Let's go, England. Where? We're 2-1 England.
We finally won something for once. We finally did a win.
CC's coming home. CC's coming home.
It's coming home. It's coming. CC's coming home.
I will say, y'all got us absolutely slaughtered in the chants, dude. I've been hearing them at the World Cup. Oh.
Yeah. Listen, it's our heritage, okay? These chants have been honed over decades of just.
It's okay, we're gonna lose. We always lose anyway. I know we lost. We always lose at some point, though. We yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
Except for this team, they're gonna win.
Oh.
I'm hopeful.
You're hopeful. They're
Hey, that's a
hopeful,
good
and
one.
they're taking it 2-0. We do have a couple of matches, I guess, scores to report here. We're still waiting on Eidolon versus Valiance to finish up, but Noise Complaint has won over Super Secret Team Saiyan. Hopeful, as you saw, just won 2-1 over Big Burst Crew, and Meow has defeated Wolf's Heart 2-1. Probably another banger set, because those two teams are like... Wolf's Heart has been like up-and-coming mid-core kind of crew for a long time now, and Meow is just made up of a crack team of like CC players, so... Kind of hoping to see, like, either one of them in the finals bracket will be hype as hell, so... Yeah, let me refresh that.
Yep.
Get that reset properly for y'all. There we go.
By the way, I
Alright.
hope someone liked my God of War reference at one point, because, Atreus, I shouted out boy. Hopefully anyone heard that.
Shout out,
Sorry.
boy. Sorry?
Boy. No, Atreus, God of War.
Oh,
Ragnarok.
yeah. Sorry, no, I'm not like... I still gotta play those games.
Sound like... sorry, my brain is...
You're good. Honestly, you're too smart for me. Let's call it that.
No, I'm not. I'm surprised you had me back on. Like, in fact, no, back on. This is my first time being on. See? How am I
Is it?
smart?
Well, I mean, you have this isn't your first time commentating for the NA scene, though. You have made many appearances on Community Roulette. Which, by the way, big shout out to John, our boy, who's currently in a bit of a recovery state right now.
We love you, John.
Yep. So big shout out to you, bro. Hope everything is going well. A pillar in the PvP community, just like Gidson is.
We try.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Nice.
So, welcome Raiders, welcome. Welcome
We
to
will have-
the Bragging Rights 16 Crystalline Conflict Tournament. The most intense, action-packed, pro scene. Definitely
Action-packed
not
as-
scuffed.
As you come in during a lull in the action. We're running a round robin bracket, which means every match has to kind of continue until the next match can go on. So we are just waiting, as you can see on screen here, for Eidolon and Valiance to fight it out, which if you remember from the North American Crystalline Conflict Regional Cup, the FanFest tournament, those are two finalist teams from that official event.
Whoa.
I didn't want to show them on stream because I was like, dude, we're going to see them in the finals anyway.
Set Noodle says, who are we watching next?
Who are we watching next? That's a good question. I'm thinking... I want to see Cozy Coalition and Noise Complaint on next, I think. I think that'll be a good set.
That sounds, yeah.
We haven't
That'll be a
seen
good
Noise
one.
Complaint on stream, so this is true.
True.
We're
And
speaking of
then-
noise complaints. I'm definitely going to get noise complaints because it is currently 12 a.m. here.
Yeah.
It is
Same.
what it is, brother.
I'm very lucky that nobody's ever said anything.
Same. Actually, I've never had anyone say anything, but it might be different since the window's open because it is boiling hot in the UK right now. So
Yeah. All right, I'm going to run a quick advertisement here so we don't get interrupted anywhere during the matches, but we'll be right back.
we'll be right back after these messages.
Oh, and Eidolon wins 2-1 over Valiance. God damn, there's so many like banger games going on in the round robin thing, but it's like, I want to show...
Can they hear us right now? Or not?
Anyone who's subscribed to me can, which is like 5 people, so...
Okay.
But yes.
Yo,
I
all
I'm
the
not sure
subscribers
what
to Gidson in
sorry.
the chat.
I'm sorry if I got the teams wrong during that last one. I wasn't sure which one was which at the time because I haven't done another player list. So
Perhaps.
I don't know.
People who got Twitch Turbo, people who got
Wait.
subscriptions to the Gidson channel, let the people know you are the nobles, the aristocracy of the Gidson brand channel.
Remember, you always have your free Prime sub.
It's true.
Yeah, Prime.
That is true. You have a free Prime sub. I'm currently watching an ad because I want Gidson to get his 2 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also watching an ad. I've got an ad about cars for some reason.
I got an ad about a tangled hose. Now it's a cat screen. It's wonderful. This is a targeted ad because they know how much FF players are obsessed with cats.
Then what's mine about? Why have I got... oh, no, never mind. It's about Dell Technologies. Makes sense. It's PCs. Okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, big shout out to everyone watching right now. If you're watching right now and you're new to the channel, and you've come in from the raid, think about hitting the follow button. Loads of PvP content and other types of content on this channel, run by the wonderful Gizzardson brand. So yeah, make sure you hit the follow button.
Yes, indeed.
Do it.
Indeed.
And if you watch it, do you put this on YouTube?
I will be putting these things on YouTube. Yes.
Then if you're watching this right now on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe button. Look, I'll shill. That's
You see, you call it shilling, but I call that like, oh, you actually understand how to like advertise yourself.
Sorry, like I misheard that as you call it shillin'. Hi, shillin'.
Shilling, if you're watching, absolutely love your content. Love your red mage.
Well, the worst part is I guess I'm gonna dox myself here. My surname is Shillabeer.
Wait, I just realized. Yeah, like also, yeah, don't forget. Thank you, Shillin, for also the resources because they are responsible for I think there's the map rotations and the like website with all the map.
That's cool.
Like over views as well. So you know, big shout out to them. All right, so we got noise complaint next, right?
Cozy Coalition versus Noise Complaint.
Nice. Actually, what are the standings right now then?
I could look that up as soon as I got this party finder up and going, and we're all good. Let me also give out some instructions here, but I believe yeah, you can check the bracket at challenge.com/brxvi. This is bragging right 16, which, good lord, we're already on the 16th goddamn entry in this tournament.
I'll post the link in the chat. Your bot better not auto ban me. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, thank God.
I don't have a bot. I am the bot. Pause.
Oh, that's risky.
Pause.
That's a risky maneuver. I wonder if it'll play off.
Oh no. all right. So yeah, there's the bracket for us. So yeah, looks like got. I actually don't really know that, but yeah, we got.
But Aeon, seriously, thank you so much for casting with me tonight. It's always nice.
Yeah, you know, I do it for the love of the game. I do it for the love of the game. Do not worry about that. You are most welcome. It don't matter. Sleep is a social construct.
Yeah, I've got. Yeah.
By the Daywalkers.
People say I don't sleep. I promise I do sleep.
All right. Okay, the password is. I'm joking. Imagine if I just said it out loud, despite you meeting yourself. All right. So everyone's.
It helps if I join the right one.
Oh, okay. I see. This is so this is noise complaint, right? In Team Umbra, right? Am I correct in that? Yes,
I believe so.
We have. Yes, it is. So we have some familiar faces in here. You know, we got John Jitsu Kaisen, my favorite Jiu-Jitsu sorcerer, Toshio Goblin.
Yes, we got Toshio Goblin.
Toshio Goblin. Yeah, we got Greenwich Hudson as well. We got Thwasao. We got Silden. So, you know, these again some recognizable faces. I do know these people quite personally. Of course, we will ensure the commentary is completely objective and unbiased. Isn't that right, Chili?
Yeah, we're going to be completely unbiased, even though they've got a Lalafell. I promise to try and not be.
Okay. All right. Well, I'd like to say the same thing. Wait, let me pause. Are there any Heroes? Because I don't see many people play Heroes at all. I've seen some Midlander, no less. I know like a few, obviously, like Gil and stuff, but honestly, I don't. No one likes to play the normal human. I wonder why.
Man, it's like, man, I wonder why.
It's okay. We look sick in armor. That's fine. You don't need to see my face, because I'm fully armor clad anyway. And as well as that, we're now getting the rest of Astra pulling in. That is going to be Cozy Coalition back at it again. Definitely do not sleep on this team. They pulled off some really good plays in the.
And we're going back to the volcanic heart.
Ooh. That was random, so okay, let's see this.
Well, the random really liked the volcanic heart today.
I mean, it's my favorite map personally. I love volcanic heart.
I'm boring. I like Palestra.
You're not
Like,
boring.
for this, probably not. But like, for if I'm just learning to get learning new roles or like getting used to teams, Palestra is probably my favorite.
I think
And
most
then
people
I would
like
go
it.
out to maybe Red Sands or Volcanic Heart as my next favorites.
That's
Actual
pretty interesting.
gameplay.
Like you like Palestra, which I think a lot of people value it for its lack
Yeah.
of gimmicks. Very honest map,
Yeah.
right? But then your second and third favorites are like, okay, Volcanic maybe not so much because I think it's a mechanic that you can interact with,
Yeah.
you can counter. But Red Sands has like, I would say is probably one of the most gimmicky maps. Maybe second, or like
See-
the only thing that beats it is C9 in my opinion, which is I
I
would
like
say
Cloud9, but like I swear the game is programmed that if I am on the team, the tornadoes have to spawn under me. Like it's in
yeah,
the
I know.
code that it looks for my name, and as soon as my name is, every tornado has to be around me, even
Honestly,
if I'm not on the map at the time.
My tinfoil hat theory is that the tornadoes have mob AI, like like
Yeah.
overworld mob AI that just moves really slow. Like that's because I swear they just stalk you, and I'm like this doesn't, it's not natural how they're moving. But anyhow, let's go into the match right now. So we do have Cozy Coalition sticking with their Dark Knight core, their engine. I do like it in this map in particular. Yeah, it's gonna get a lot of mileage with their Salted Earth.
And both of them have a Picto Monster for the cake that they can put down to defend a corner or two.
Yes, exactly. Lots of corner play.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very nice. Let's see how Noise Complaint adapts. But they do by playing Giga aggressive. Wow, they just go right into there.
That machine is just took down, but I think they might be able to trade with the Paladin. The Paladin is not looking healthy right now either. So they
I
might
was
maybe
not-
have to trade the Paladin. No, the Paladin is getting that
Paladin-
elixir off. Never mind.
Yep. I was not expecting them to play that fast, so this is really impressive.
No.
Very nicely done. Now Kaze's
They knew it and they had to burst.
Yeah, if they're confident in the burst, it can definitely work. And sometimes playing faster works. Nice beam right there. Tomo getting sniped by the Pictomancer and the Bard. A classic combo. Hachi now in guard gets assassinated because it goes to guard.
Yeah. The Bard is a bit low on mana, but they're pushing so hard now that the Bard can probably just go back and use a pot if need be. But the Bard is currently being punished right now, but so it's not looking good for Cozy Coalition right now.
No, it's not. And look at this pressure that they've kept up, but the restraint as well. Back onto the point. You get a nice
Straight
quick
onto the
break.
50%
Puts them in a
right
great
away.
position.
Yeah. They can defend a little bit easier now, but of course they push. And John is just currently pushing the point anyway on his own. He's solo pointing.
Yep. Just forcing a fight onto the point here, which is great. Timed it perfectly with the Medine right there. Big stun coming out from the Pictomancer. They're going to be focusing onto the Pictomancer on the other side. Great moves, great hits. Tomo getting taken down as well. And now that is going to potentially be a full team might. Michiru in guard, trying to stay alive as long as possible. A Seiton Tenku comes out, doesn't quite find the mark, but it doesn't matter. There's enough damage. Can Kaze make another point? They do. But it's not it, no.
Cozy just came in. Yeah, no. That was Noise Complaint there.
Yep. Let me tell you, Noise Complaint it has like a raid in maybe like 20 minutes or something like that. They were speeding in that fight. My goodness.
They got the food in the oven, and they've been told off about their noise complaints already. They don't want to set up the fire alarm.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, guys. They played that so fast. Like, it was insane.
That burst damage right at the start, taking them out instantly, is crazy.
Yeah. I think, right. So now, I would say, what Cozy Coalition should do, flip it the other way around, right? Because you have a Dark Knight. I mean, okay, the issue is, I would say, you have 3 ranges, which makes it a little bit hard, but you have a Dark Knight. Dark Knights push up, can create a lot of space, because Salted Earth is just something that nobody really wants to fight inside, right? And being pulled in like that, deep positioned into the open, creates a huge opportunity. I think, depending on the map, obviously, they have to be careful with their map selection. If they pick the right map, Dark Knight can be just as quick of an opener, and if they are snappy enough with the damage, they could potentially get a kill. They have a white mage
Library
as
might be
well,
their choice. Oh, they're going for Red Sands.
Red Sands, okay. So Red Sands middle actually is kind of nice. Also has that narrow hallway as well. Great for the Dark Knight opener. I would say it's a good option. We did see them cook on Red Sands as well. It's a map they clearly know quite a lot about. Yeah. But like the thing is, if they have a white mage, they
might not be able to be punished right at the start as much. But if the other team just stays back a little bit and waits for them to get to the 50% part and then punishes them there, you know, while they're in the more open, that could be an interesting way for them to get them. Rather than being so aggressive at the start, they could be a little bit defensive and then be incredibly aggressive as soon as they get to like the, you know, the 25% part, you know, around the corner, heading towards the middle.
I suppose we shall see. Yeah, I mean, they also definitely have to be very wary that because I don't think they were necessarily prepared for that much lockdown like out of the gate.
No.
So maybe watching their
I mean, no, but
positioning as well,
I don't think
right?
anyone is really
not
prepared
really
for something
but,
like that.
I mean, now, okay, Cozy Coalition has seen it though. They are aware.
Yeah.
So
they know
now
what they're
have to
planning to do. So.
Yeah, so now they can maybe adjust a little bit, be a bit more wary, right? Get ready for anyone coming in quick,
Yeah.
and hope, or it could be it's a 50-50, right? Maybe this match, noise complaint might actually play a little bit more slower to like throw them off a little bit, you know, mix up the pacing.
I said they might just wait for them to break to almost 50 and then punish them there, because you see they're very good at punishing in the open. And as you said, the Dark Knight, while in the middle, is you know, the Dark Knight has the advantage while with the middle point of the they might just wait for the Dark Knight to be like less of a threat.
Yeah, the thing is, the Dark Knight is the problem with this map. Dark Knight loses a bit of threat in the because of this large open space, right?
So they might want to wait until the open let them just have the start, and then once they've got to the open space, then start being aggressive again.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. And that's what.
See, I'm learning. I'm learning, Chad, as I play. Yes. I'm like a Saiyan.
Cozy Coalition does have to be wary of that. So let's see if they manage to adapt properly. By the way, I love their color coordination. You seen this?
Yes. It is adorable. Still not as cute as all of them being named Meow though in the last one.
Yep.
That made me happy.
All right. Ooh, interesting. So they are playing slow. I guess they're just really afraid of the push. But maybe they are just going to try to bait them into this.
The Dark Knight is interesting. The Dark Knight team is, you know, holding back a little bit.
Slow. But look, maybe they're waiting for this point here. Oh no, that was a little bit too slow, and they immediately get jumped on. 2 down out of the gate.
That's some crazy burst damage taken out both the White Mage and Machinist basically instantly. The Dark Knight is not looking healthy right now either. The Dark Knight is low on mana. Dark Knight is stunned. Low on resources there, and mana. I think they're going to be taken down right now as well. It's not looking good. That Lala magic is kicking in right now. Go Toshio. I mean, I'm not biased.
Tomo does make it out alive though. The team does manage to like recover somewhat. Though a big shield from the Luna Tender does mean that they are going to have a really hard time trying to deal any damage, because a lot of that's just going to be nullified by that shield as we approach the final stretch in the first 2 minutes of the match.
Yeah, we just started. Please give us something to talk about.
Jojutsu taking a lot of damage, even though they are in guard. They manage to get out, and they do get a successful elixir. That is a successful repel out from Cozy Coalition. Bahamut comes out. They're throwing it out just to do a little bit more pressure damage here, forcing the fight back just ever more. Toshio and Greenwich do have LBs though, which is going to definitely.
And it's when the Dark Knight can be a crazy play as well. As we get to the middle of the more closed off area, the Dark Knight can have the advantage for now.
All right,
if they can push a little bit.
Out comes the Astro LB. It's going to be a slugfest down here, but they still lose the ninja. How? My goodness!
The ninja is down. The Dark Knight is popped their ability, but they've traded with the Summoner. The Summoner's down, and the Picto Monster's not looking good right now. The Picto Monster might go down. They might trade with the Picto Monster. Well, one of the Picto Monsters. Is there 2?
Nice little bit
Get the Paladin, getting the pot out. The Machinist has been taken down.
Hachinaru trying to hold on for dear life. They are taking out enough people, though, to keep this competitive. Donjutsu actually opting to die on the point, potentially. Are they gonna? Ooh, they're staying in for quite a while. There's a little
heat wave is also kicking in now. So
Yes. Fresh Poet is taken down here. They are mounting a counterattack. Tomo goes down too. The heat wave is not doing them any favor. It's just the Astro has that much more regeneration, which keeps him in the fight longer. Look at that. I hate the heals. I hate
the heals are
heals.
crazy by the Astro right now. With the, they must be getting a lot of they must be getting a lot of heal. I've been playing Astro. I get really unlucky. I just pull damage cards every time I need heal cards. It's like, come on, guys. I just want a heal card, please. I don't want this damage card.
Oh, big snap coming out from Wasao right there. We're gonna
There's a Pink Monster therapy as well ready, which is going off right now on point. That, you know,
a knockback!
Just to have cake and win it too.
Yes, Tomo does guard the knockback, but then unfortunately they are still standing in the middle of a birthday cake, and unfortunately it is not their birthday.
Astro LB is about ready to go off as well. Astro LB is going off now, which increases their healing and damage and stuff. So Astro LB is crazy right here. But they do have the White Mage LB to beam if need be to counter, but see if that will go off in time. And I don't think it did. I don't think they got a good play there.
Great beam coming out from Kaze. Unfortunately, doesn't really convert to much. This situation is looking pretty bad. Hachi's has hope. They need to survive long enough for the Dark Knight LB. They do manage to get it out. The fight is still on, but just slightly. Oh, that's close. Oh, boy.
Yeah, the Bard LB is about to go off as well. Bard LB is getting ready, but they do have the other team does have the pitch. No! They stepped away for too long.
No, so basically they just the Dark Knight stepped off point just a little bit too early, and the White Mage was trying to dash in, but unfortunately the person they were dashing in walked off the point as well, so they weren't on it at the end of the animation.
I'm gonna say server ticks. It's always server ticks.
I mean, I'll say it's just good play. It's good positioning. Like honestly, if you only need one person on the point, right, to push it. So if you know that, then the first thing you do is immediately try and like create distance, jump off the point, stop them from coming in, right? So I would say, but it was so close. They almost had it, at least like to survive the game a little bit longer. But
and the fact that they pushed back though, the fact that they pushed back after being dominated right at the start as well. It was going to be a really fast match, but they did do a bit of a turnaround. So good job to both teams. You both did well. Good job to both Noise Complaint and Cozy Coalition. You did amazingly as well. Like, Noise Complaint has such a crazy stacked team, and they did such incredible burst damage. Like, the fact that you nearly pulled away halfway through after being bursted at the start shows you your team commitment, and I can't wait to see you in the future. But I mean, I'm proud of both teams.
Very, very. Yeah, I mean, I will say like Noise Complaint really just had such tight in that match in particular. Had very tight damage timings. Like they were just boom, boom,
very good at timing their attacks to burst.
It was like specifically when it came to swapping the targets, it was almost like immediate with how fast they were. So it looks like they're keeping in mind, with primary target. Once that guy goes down, immediately go swap to the next one. It was like very snappy. I did really like that. I mean, that double kill at the start was insane. Like I don't think anyone had time to react to that at all. And not to mention that yes, they're running Pictomancer Bard, but it's also Ninja. And Astro specifically as well, so it's like okay, it's not like
you got the Astro support and the Ninja chaining. Like
they don't have the same damage profile as a Dragoon. They have to be really tight with their damage, and they clearly were. They were on point and they kept the aggression up. Took a few risks as well. John staying in quite long. It was like it kind of looked like they were indecisive about whether or not they wanted to die on point or if they wanted to keep the fight going. But
I think they might have died on point, but the heat wave kicked in around that time, right? So I think that really helped them survive. That was like punishing the opponent's team.
Yeah, exactly. Like it sort of added more pressure, and then the fact that the Astra was there, like sort of compounded into that. Yeah. Which I think they sort of it shows like flexibility, adapting to the situation, right?
Yeah.
Especially in a map like Red Sands. Whew, man, we do, and protect Cozy Coalition at all costs, absolutely. Like, honestly, that was so close. Like they,
I love you, Cozy.
Cozy is a new team, right?
I think
or
so.
Is it?
That'll be up to Gitson. Is it a new team?
Yeah, they're run by. They're actually a free company. Like this is what they do.
Oh well.
They're from Midgard Stormer. We've been seeing them around like Rising Stars a lot, being like, "Hey, we're a new team. We want to scrim a lot." And I've talked with their team captain, and I'm like, "Dude, like you're seeing like teams like you who really want to commit and learn and practice. That is like a shot in the arm. That's like a shot of adrenaline for like the entire community because we're like, dude, we want to do scrims with you. I've seen people show up to 24/7s for them." It's just, and it's lovely to see them like sticking it out here, fighting like the best of the best in North America, and being they're still like happy to be here. Like I can't.
They did a good job.
Yeah, honest to God, like could have fooled me. Like if you told me this was a team that had been in the like community for some time now, I honestly would have fooled me. I would have been like, oh yeah, sure, I would totally believe you, because the way they held out, right, that like. That 25% point and then into the 50 and sort of managed to push out just a little bit is like speaking from someone who like once had to fight really good teams just like in a tournament when I first started out. Like my matches were never this close, so I'm seeing a lot of improvement, and it's pretty cool to see. So welcome to the community, and good showing. That was hype. That was really hype. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. So I am going to run a pretty long ad break here. I've got a lot of people I want to get in touch with, make sure that everything's running smoothly right now. So we'll be back in about 3 minutes or so. Grab a drink, go to the bathroom, do some push-ups, stay cool. If you're in the US, we're getting hit by that. If you're in Canada too, especially, like, dude, stay safe, please. We'll be right back.
Please stay safe.
All right,
Send it.
microphones are live. Welcome back, everybody. We just took that little, well, not even little, long break in the action, trying to organize where everyone's at. As you can see on screen, the top portion of that round robin pool is halfway done, 3 matches. They have 2 more sets to go before they're done, but the bottom half is they're complete. They did a 4-team round robin tournament, and it looks like, if I can check the results here, looks like Team Hopeful and Big Burst Crew will actually, wait a minute. I think we have a tie.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have a tie between Big Burst Crew and Meow, so I think we're gonna have to play a consolation match. Wow, that's interesting, actually. Okay.
Didn't think that would happen, but it did. Huh.
No.
And it's also like a odd amount of teams as well, like odd numbers. So, How funny how that works.
Huh.
Math.
Yeah.
All right. So,
How did
in
that
which
happen?
case,
Ha-
I couldn't tell you. So,
Yeah,
what now, Mr. Gibson? Because I think what that means we're playing one more match than expected. Or
Never mind.
timetable.
Excuse me. Challenge did not update its scoreboard, so I was a little confused. We have Hopeful winning the bottom round robin bracket, 3 wins to 0 losses, and Big Burst Crew moving on with 2 wins and 0 losses, or 2 wins and 1 loss. Excuse me.
I could say, yeah,
Ooh,
Meow
there we go.
has 2 wins right now, right?
Yes.
Well,
Meow has 3
Meow
wins.
has 3 wins.
Sorry.
And,
1 win.
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. They won. They did a win.
Big Burst Crew has 2
Oh.
wins.
Yep.
So they'll be
Yeah.
moving on.
Done.
Aye, aye. My apologies, everyone. We're a little... Maybe 3 beers was not the play.
Huh?
Maybe 10 million beers would be the play.
Yes, more beers. That's the strategy.
That's a cold drink to keep
Drink
myself
responsibly.
chilled during these trying times, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Chile, that was gonna be your last set, right? You have some scrims to go to in about half an
Yes.
hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop here. Thank you so much for having me on, and thank you to the chat for being so wonderful. Like, remember, if you're new to the channel, hit the follow button, and yeah, I hopefully will commentate in the future that I'm gonna go into chat and lurk. So, but yeah, thank you so much,
Anytime, man. Glad
and
to have
thank you
here.
again to Gibson for this chance.
And again, you let me, while y'all were yapping with Aeon, it was just like, it's so nice to be able to just like run the bracket, deal with some issues that are coming up, the logistics and all that. So thank you so much for being here, man.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
See
good
you all
luck.
later. Good luck, everyone, with the rest of the matches.
And then there were 2.
Yes. Oh,
All
wait a
right,
minute.
kids.
I may be getting you another commentary partner.
Oh. Why? Of course.
Oh, hold on.
After all,
No, I have a token for this.
Huh? What now?
So.
cannot
This is why I was like, I
escape
need other people in commentary, because like when I'm typing, there's a little bit of dead air. But,
Uh-huh. But?
I'm
What?
seeing if I can get Sila on the mic here.
Well, Sila just entered the call, so perhaps.
I'm literally
Sila,
right
you're
here.
in the
dude.
call. Well, because I got. Listen,
Oh, wait, no, I
This
forgot.
is why I need commentary. Anyway, okay, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sila. How you doing,
Oh,
Sila?
No,
I-
it's streamer mode, right? Streamer mode,
I
you
am-
can't hear the banook. All right,
Yes.
yeah, fair.
I'm freaking feeling great. Since Meow's done, I figured I could jump in. We just made a little clown car for funsies, and kind of ended up being a little Red Sands Beaches reunion plus Ama because just happened to be who we had at the time, and we were having a lot of fun. We actually made both Stooges and the EU team kind of fight against us a little bit, which was good. So we were worried they were just gonna get run over, and we did not. We killed Pio at least like 4 times.
Let's go.
Let's go. So now, if you guys want, if you guys don't mind, I can just pop on for character funsies.
Yeah. Though, if you don't mind, could you, I don't know, like, Gitson, how does Silas sound on your end, actually? Because we didn't actually manage to do the mic checks for.
He sounds
Silas.
fine.
I can sound great no matter where I am, and I can yell really loud.
That is all I required, sir. Well,
So
all
Willie,
we-
no, I won't leave Pio alone.
No, never. But yeah, no. This is, I do believe if I'm not mistaken, the actual EU team that is going to be participating in Europe's CCRC as well. And as you've seen, they put a really good show on. They're looking really good right now, top form. So this is possibly a taste of what's to come in the upcoming tournament. So I'm very excited. I'm hoping they do pretty well because I am friends with quite a few of well, I'm friends with a particular team member there. I promise to be in the crowd as well. If the camera catches my face on the stream, I might cry. But I'm there for him. So it's gonna be great. And seeing the performance right now, it's very heartening to see how well they're doing. So yeah, best of luck to them. And yeah, how did you feel about fighting them though, Sila? How did you feel about fighting Hopeful?
I was expecting to get our ass beat a lot harder, and again, we put up a better fight. We put up a better fight than I was expecting, but they're still freaking really, really, really good. The comp they were running, and I don't know if they've been consistently running this, but they were running Dark, Gunby, Summoner, Scholar, and I forget what the last job, or Nin. There was no.
Did I hear Gunby? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, they were playing some Gunbreaker. Bro, it's 60-second meta. We lost 60-second.
What? They were playing Gunbreaker off stream. What the?
Yep.
Oh my god!
We got all the fun stuff.
Why?
It wasn't meta, but we weren't playing meta either. We were freaking doing Warrior.
Oh, okay, you were doing the funny stuff. Fine. I wanted to see Gunby.
We tried, for what it's worth. We freaking tried to play standard, and we realized that on just a clown car with low amount of practice, we just need something that we turn our brain off and start hitting things. So it was Warrior, Dark, Samurai, Reaper, and usually Dragoon.
Yeah, it was a sort of situation where sometimes the optimal option isn't the optimal solution. You have to consider the player, and the coordination, their state of mind. Sometimes going for just something that's easier to pilot actually ends up being more effective than what is otherwise the quote-unquote meta.
It ends up being kind of coming out in something I used to tell a lot of the teams that I've ran is we can have as many plans as we want, but every now and then you just need a match or a game that you just walk in there and there is no other thoughts, and we're just going to hit the ground and we're just going to hit that one marker until it dies. Unironically, turning your brain off and just hitting a guy sometimes work better than this oh, we got this really interesting slightly off meta comp that's got oh, you need to sync these two things, and as long as these two combos it's too much syncing.
Yeah, the a higher execution then diminishes its effectiveness for sure. And then so something that's just the one thing about those off meta compositions, which are just easier to pilot because you could just brain off, it does allow for more tactical flexibility. So let's say your burst isn't quite on point, right? Maybe you're a bit late here and there, but because it doesn't require that much coordination function, you could just keep going, and it works actually better because you don't get countered as easily. You can adapt, so you might not be as optimal or effective when things are going well, but things also are less likely to go bad. So it's a nice middle ground.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, okay, all right. Immediately sitting on the...
okay. All right, well, you know what? I can't sit on the floor, so I'm just gonna...
You get the table. The cat goes on the table. Yeah. Go.
All right, cat goes on table. It's going to freaking snap me on.
There you go. And on me. Slash ground sit, my friend. Slash ground sit.
Ground sit.
There you go.
Thing for it. All right.
There you go.
So anyways, yes, that ended up being what we were running, and hey, it works. And we had a lot of fun. Did better than we expected. Killed Pio, so I mean, job done, honestly.
Nice. Just looking at the chat here, Mushi Dora is asking, what are the rules for joining? I assume Gitson is busy right now.
Joining a tournament, all you need is every time that I'm hosting a tournament, I'll put a Google form up in the Bragging Rights Discord, which you can join. I think I've got information in the cards below. All you need is 5 people and someone I can contact to be hey, you're in charge of getting these 5 people into a party finder. So that's it.
Yep.
It's a completely open entry tournament. We do get the best people in North America because fuck, we run it well. We just say, hey, come play games. It's open.
Surprisingly, that's all it takes sometimes is just somebody to set the stage. That's good old Smash Bros mentality as well. Run some grassroots events, and if nobody runs a tournament, then nothing happens.
Yep. So apparently, according to the chat, Valiance is waiting for Trinity Pandora. They need the password, but they need the team saying needs a password.
Well, I pinged them with the password a couple of times. Unfortunately, they have passed the 10-minute time limit, so they are gonna have to lose that match. We have to get moving on with round 5 matches. So instead, we're gonna have Eidolon versus Noise Complaint up for you guys.
Oh,
Oh boy.
the Battle of the Titans. Oh my lord.
Eidolon versus. Oh, okay. Noise Complaint is. Remind me of the Noise Complaint? It's Nero, I think, is their captain, right?
It's not. For some reason,
Oh,
Toshi
fudge,
and
no,
Nero
it's freaking
are
Toshi,
such
but it's
good
all
friends. They swapped their names in my goddamn server, and it's causing. I'm gonna strangle the both of them.
Freaking Phil
Also,
Clark, yeah,
Gitson,
what the
I would
hell?
like to announce that you have been rated by Olivia Lugria.
Olivia, dude, thank you so much for coming in here, dude. Olivia just joined us for the Sprout Fight tournament that we hosted, which was like completely new teams about a month ago. So, thank you so much, dude. Welcome on in.
Oh, come on in.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. So Eidolon versus Noise Complaint. I do like how Talke is saying, like, one day Gitson, you're not going to pit a newer team against Eidolon. But listen,
it's an unfortunate reality of the
It's
round
round
robin.
robin.
it's a round robin. Yeah, someone's gonna have to fight them at some point. That's how they do. That's how it works.
I always make the
It's
joke that I'm
fun.
feeding new people to Eidolon like they're sacrifices.
It's fun. Bro, if you join PvP and you don't expect to get your ass beat, you're in the wrong spot. Every now and then we all get our ass beat. And you just
Yeah,
let
but no, that's
Just
actually
laugh it
why
off.
I told who was it, Tomo, who was in charge of Tomo Bird, who was in charge of Cozy Coalition. Like, I was like, hey, dude, listen, I'm gonna make sure that you guys have an easy bracket. You're gonna have 2 easy matches and 2 hell matches. You saw the easy match at the start of the stream. This is gonna be one of the hell matches.
Yep. And again, it's always like if you ever like go to like fighting game tournaments or stuff like that, if you're not like a top seed and you just pop in, it's just like, of course I'm fighting the #1 seed round 1. You just like get absolutely absolutely ran over. You're like, well,
think it-
okay. This is why we do double elimination, so I keep going.
I think the problem is the nature of the PvP scene, of like the LP scene in NA, or just in 14 in general, is that it is quite hard to get into the game mode as a team. I would say it's on the level of like trying to organize a static for Savage or like an Ultimate. There's a lot of investment that goes into it, and as a result, a lot of teams that do end up succeeding and sort of get past the initial discouraging era of just getting constantly beaten down, eventually get to the point where they're super good and whatever, right? And then not many new teams come in, and then so what happens is it's very lopsided, where you don't have as many new teams coming in that can play against each other and then eventually work their way up, and you have a lot of them just having to fight teams that are significantly more experienced than they are. So it's got it, thank you. But yeah, so I think that is why, just like being how should I say, like death and taxes, fighting a more experienced PvP team is inevitable.
Yeah. But again, like, part of the mentality that is most important in PvP is to be able to walk into those and just being like, you know what, guys? We're going to kill one guy. When I was running a beginner team for quite a while, I ran Red Sense Beaches, and all we did was just, like, grab all the new players and start getting them into put onto LPT and get them started.
Yeah.
There were times like we'd walk into, like, playing GDT or Eidolon or stuff like that, be like, all right, guys, our goal is to kill one guy. If we kill one guy,
So
success.
real.
Popping champagne.
And we did. We popped champagne because it's just like, or it's like, you know what, guys, we're gonna force an overtime.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what happened. Like, we are not going to do well because we're gonna get our ass beat. They're so much better than us, but we're just gonna force an overtime.
So here's what I would say then, in which case, how do we fix this problem? We can't. But what we can do as a community is be there for the newer teams. Give them the support. Help coach them. Give them information. Don't just beat them down as well. I would say even if you scrim against the newer team and you know this, just drop into their call and just point out at that moment, okay, what you can do, what you can improve, so it doesn't just feel like a train just running them over. Give them the emotional and educational support that they require and value them. So that's basically it. And you know, to all the teams that do stick around and keep on fighting, thank you very much. Honestly, it's not easy. I tried to run a team myself. It did not go well. Some of them team members that I used, they're in the chat right now. And they're like, "Yeah, Aeon, you screwed up." And I was like, "Yeah, I know.
Apologies.
It's hard, okay? It's not easy." But yeah, so honestly, yeah, I do feel I've been on both ends. This is why I sit here in my comfy chair and I yap. And I said, yeah, I totally would have done that better. Me not even touching this LP game mode in a long time.
Yeah, no, we've all been there before, and again, there's phases to it, and again, stuff with like EPL, these Eorzea Premier League and Forge and stuff that they run are pretty good at the starting points. Or just freaking join the 24/7s and Rising Stars. That's how I started. I walked out behind a wall, got my ass sent in 1 second, died, and I was like, dang, this is lit. Best introduction. But enough about that. We are loading into our first game.
Ooh, look at the color coordination, though. God damn.
Beautiful. That's kind of what happens when you've been around for a while.
Ah, yes. All right. Lock in, my friend. So we have on team Astra Eidolon, a well-known team that has been playing for quite some time. We've got like people, the CCRC finalists, you know, in here. Absolute Titans. You know them, you love them, or you hate them. I don't know. I don't care about your personal opinion. But mine is that I love PvP. So we have Neodymium on Warrior, their classic job that they've been basically maining for quite some time now. Very adept at it. Ave on White Mage, Pharaoh on Dragoon, Celeste on Reaper, and Naya on Bard.
Yep. On the other side, we're going to have John on the Paladin, Toshi on Astro, Thwasu and on Ninja, Silden on Bard, and Greenidge on Go.
All right.
Very standard comp.
Very standard. But meanwhile, like Neo playing with a warrior like sort of alternative makes it this a comp much more aggressive, as you can see. But oh my goodness, they sent all that damage onto him. Both tags eating a lot of damage right now, just barely making it out with their lives. Great positioning. What is that jump? Why did that even touch on? That was weird as heck. And that interrupts the Elixir, forcing him to fall back, which opens up a pretty big hole in their formation.
And again, the mana's definitely actually ended up pretty even. Umber's really fighting back against this Eidolon comp.
Yep.
Pharaoh's gonna get out with his guard, gonna float out, be totally safe, gets around the corner, pots. As long as Umbra doesn't lose too much steam, should be fine as long as they reset. John Jitsu's gonna go down the first kill.
Very nice kill. Get also a nice beam from Ava. They Celeste throws out Reaper LB. They've got Throsa on the wall, and they are going to take him down. Greenidge next in guard. They've immediately swapped. That is some snappy damage. A big cleave coming out, snapping Toshio as well in the crossfire. Greenidge going down. Next is Silden. Lady low. Toshio as well in danger. They are in their spawn, putting a lot of pressure.
Oh goodbye. Oh goodbye, Mr. Yep, unfortunately, once the point broke, Toshio had no option left. John is screamed on point, going down, and you'll just see a nice little White Mage on point, rolling the point, as there's going to be a wipe and a clean game from Eidolon.
Greenish is trying to make it in, but they can't make it, and Astra will be taking round 1. That's going to Eidolon.
Fantastic opener, honestly, from Umbra's side, because, again, nobody died in the opener. The mana was ended up really even. It took a while until Eidolon eventually pushed them back to their 50 until John finally went down. Really clean opener from both sides.
Yeah, I mean, like at first it was like pretty stable on both sides. Like you were saying, you know, it was like pretty equal back and forth. And it was just that like 50% fight that I think things just started falling down, and immediately Eidolon just pushed the advantage. You know, really just. They did not stop with the pressure, and their win condition was to essentially cut off the entirety of the area just outside their 100%, right? So they were deprived of walls almost entirely, and also potion control, you know, so they just played that nice and, you know, textbook. didn't really like. This is a pretty standard sort of thing, and I think that's the strength of the warrior sort of alternative of the standard comp. Plus, I guess, you know, with the Reaper variation as well, because, you know, with warrior you could play very aggressive, take a lot of space. It's riskier for sure, but with a player like Neo being able to execute that fine, you know, knowing how their limits with how much they can play aggressive, that's not a problem. And in exchange, you know, you don't have to worry about like, oh, needing to save your guard and for cover and stuff like that. You could just get good stuns off, play hard, and then Celeste as well, keeping up the offense with the Reaper LB, so if anyone goes in the guard, they can immediately punish that.
That's the problem with that opener, is that if you let Eidolon just kind of not, if you don't win the opener against them, you're going to lose the 60 seconds unless you play really disciplined. But again, the thing you got to be careful about with Warrior and this comp is kind of designed to really enable the Warrior. With the Bard and a White Mage, it's pretty tough to spend it, especially if you have some Reaper healing on top of it.
Yeah,
it's still sendable, but again, I'll say it again for the whole chat: Warrior is not a tank; it's a blue DPS.
It is. Well, it's
not a tank.
Weird. Okay, because in terms of damage, I wouldn't say it's that high up as well. Like Gunbreaker kind of is more of that, but it has a lot of CC. It's very disruptive. It's a disruption tank, in my opinion, in the sense that like you go in and you like mitigate by stopping the enemy team from playing the game, rather than simply putting up defensive. That's my sort of take on it. And it's harder to pull off because you don't press one button and then now you're safe. You really have to like aim your skills properly.
It's going to be an interesting opener. Going to base side against a Warrior is going to
oh my god, Toshio! Oh my god!
Yep, that's why going against the Warrior is a little bit rough. But Ava's going to be totally fine, just sitting around this corner, just healing yourself. Totally fine. And now the pressure is already out on Eidolon. Was unable to confirm the counter kill on Ava.
Nice cover though from John Jitsu, nice keeping the game alive. Sparrow does deprive the potion though, which does sort of equalize the tempo a little bit. They're trying to see if they can get a punish on Celeste, but Celeste is a Reaper, so that's going to be a little bit hard. Very evasive, but they still manage to snap the kill right there. Securing a good trade. But John Jitsu's on the point! With no guard, no heals, it's gone!
Yep. That's the discipline of walking away and just refreshing and pressing the potion. It's the most broken button in the game. Now looks like everyone's getting some pressure as long as Wasu doesn't die here. Okay, now you just walk away. Don't even let them near your base. Walk away. And that's a reset.
Looks like we're going for a full reset here. Noise Complaint gonna try and you know, start like get a good regroup and rally to fight this next point. They're gonna let the 50% push up and maybe try and contest around this corner here. They are trying to like punish Sparrow for overextending, but they do have LB, which they will be using immediately for a counterattack. They send it on John Jitsu. John Jitsu doesn't not guard in time. They are gone.
Surprising that they didn't even need to commit the Reaper LB, because usually Dragoon Reaper is a pretty good combo there, but the meta is so, and the members are so in favor of Eidolon here, and they still have Reaper LB, and there pops insane buffer by Greenage. Not enough, but insane prediction.
They had you know, the thought was there, but the execution, fortunately, against a team like this, and immediately serves to win the game. All again, overwhelming pressure. I am questioning the decision to go into base side, specifically because base side explicitly favors warriors because of that start in the middle where you jump in, you're very clumped up, so you're almost guaranteed to eat a cleave. So it's it's hard, but yeah.
They almost had Ava. Like, again, all of these openers, they've been really close on killing their targets. It's living with about, like, you know, 15,000 HP, which is, again, just slightly more a better sync. One more person that can commit on the call, and it's going to be enough.
Yeah. Good hustle, though. Noise Complaint, like, really held it out. You saw, like, you know, a lot of the, you know, fundamentals there. You know, they played well. And they did get a few trades here and there. I think it's just like what Eidolon did in that match, or in these matches, was just specifically thrive off shock tactics, you know, pushing a lot of pressure, just making sure that the enemy team doesn't really have time to recover, and if they do, it's because they're going for a full retreat. As you saw, like, instead of letting them have that corner, they immediately pushed in. Sparrow using the LB was a little risky, of course, but they trusted themselves to jump into the air, use their Dragoon LB for the invulnerability, but immediately switch it around to be used as a counter attack. So and that's where they got Jonjutsu. Wasn't prepared. Boom. LB lands, and it spirals down from there. So honestly, like clean play, but from both sides. But yeah, it's just overwhelming aggression.
That is certainly overwhelming aggression. Something that you kind of run into when you're playing newer teams into the better teams is like, on the opener, you see all the damage go out, and you look back at the mana, and it's just like, oh, well, our entire team's half mana, and they are mostly full. It's just one guy who's half. But again, when I was checking the manas off the opener, it wasn't actually that bad. So it means they're not going to cleave, which means you got good positioning. But that's all you really want to say. And again, that Ava kill off the start was so close that they had one more person able to commit on that call, then it would have been good.
Yeah, I think, but because, you know, with Ava, like, when you play a white mage, I feel that you have less room for error, because the problem is that, you know, you don't have an escape in the same way like an Asher does. Your healing isn't as substantial and shielding as, like, you know, the other two healers, right? Well, so, I say two healers as if, what about Sage? Sage is a red, is a green DPS. Anyhow, but
just like Warriors are blue DPS.
Exactly. So the thing is you have to be very careful with your spacing. You have to be very careful with your line of sight. So, yeah, like Ava, you know, it has a lot of experience on this job, and therefore plays it like very, very cautiously. So I think that just positioning just gave them that much more time just to escape. And yeah, that was it too. What's really interesting about what Eidolon is running is that this is like save for the Reaper, almost bar for bar Endwalker standard. Actually, the lack of Pictomancer, yeah, just makes this pretty much that. Which is really nice to see that they are still, you know, utilizing that composition, because, you know, after a while, seeing Pictomancer and Bard constantly is just like, it can get a bit like stale. So, you know, they're keeping things interesting. But what is also good about the way they're running this composition is that they're really capitalizing on what it does bring to the table, which is that aggression, which is like it's able to create a lot of space, it's able to stun CC and like very snappy damage. And it's hard to execute in this meta because, you know, this meta has slower damage like effect or application. But if they have good timing with it and they sync it well, then that's not a problem. So yeah, honestly, well done to them. So yeah. Any final thoughts about that, Sila?
Just the fact that I was surprised with the comp as well, but when you really think about it, the Eidolon comp has a lot of real potential. You have the 60-second sync with Reaper White Mage. Again, it's not as nice as Meteor Beam back in the day, but it is still really good for a 60-second tempo. And then when you get to 90, if they get a kill, then at 90s, and you got Warrior and Dragoon, which is already going to be a really classic combo. Which again, they didn't really even need a lot of the combos. It was mostly just going to be a pressure and a
because
player thing.
it's a guard breaking comp essentially, which is interesting. They sort of like pivoted the previously this comp was good in Endwalker because of the snappy damage, but now it's like pivoted to more guard breaking and guard punishing. So yeah, I like it a lot.
The thing about the Reaper, especially with the White Mage, is, again, it doesn't necessarily even need to be a guard break. If the Reaper just goes up, fears something, the White Mage is going to dash up, poly them, then you got a 20% vuln. The Reaper sends all their damage into a 20% vuln, then the White Mage beams into a 20% vuln, and their whole team sends into a 20% vuln. Like, you can't do anything to it. The only thing you can pray is that you got a Paladin, and if the Paladin's the target, or the Paladin isn't able to get there, then, well, you're cooked.
Yeah. Wow.
The real question is, Mr. Gitson, what matches are going to be coming up for us next?
We're going to be streaming Eidolon versus Big Burst Crew right now. I'm asking, actually, hang on a second. We are going to be streaming Eidolon versus Big Burst Crew, but because I messed up the challenge brackets, this is what the bracket for the finals portion is going to look like. Eidolon and Valiance are going to move on from round robin pool A. Big Burst Crew and Hopeful are going to be moving on from pool B. So they're going to face off in a single elimination bracket. The semifinals are going to be best of 3. Right now, we're going to show the match on the left side here, Eidolon versus Big Burst Crew. And I'm asking Hopeful and Valiance if they would rather play their matches off stream or if they would want to wait for them to be streamed. So I'm going to leave that up to them. And then we're going to see who gets to be played. So
sounds like a good idea.
That's good.
While everyone likes being on stream, everyone also likes finishing on time, so...
Exactly.
Yeah,
That wasn't there before.
That is true.
Now, what do you really... Okay, for this one of Eidolon versus Big Burst Crew. Now, Big Burst Crew, as I understand, is basically kind of like Stooges remade, for the most part.
Yes. I think they added Free Lily to their roster too. Or not Free Lily,
Yes.
Liliana, thank you.
They did add Liliana, and from what I was seeing, they're running pretty standard. It's going to be Bard. What was it? It was Bard, Paladin, Picto. What's the other Dragoon? White Mage. Which again, the White Mage and the Astro can kind of be interchanged. Astro's usually a little bit more common. One thing that, especially as we walk into that game, something that I'll let everyone notice, like, very classic thing to do in LP circles is if the Paladin presses Holy Sheltron, his defensive button, he will see, and you notice it before you go in, then everyone's gonna be like, all right, guys, let's just wait for the Sheltron to pop off. The problem is that Atreus likes to do this thing called Sheltron bombing you, where he will stun you right as the shield expires, which does 12,000, and you die in the frame.
Yep. I think the problem. The problem with like waiting out the Sheltron bomb, right, is it means that you've essentially allowed the team with the Paladin to decide when they get to engage, right? So if you don't like gauge the engagement properly, then the real issue is that you could easily let the team with the Paladin push in and then immediately bomb your whole team as well. So it's like, you know, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation that requires you to, like, I think, have familiarity and experience fighting a Paladin, especially ones that does like Sheltron bombing, to be able to counter that. And not many Paladins do in this community, I think.
No, Atreus is definitely one of the very few.
Yep.
But again, the thing, Big Burst Crew goes to their name every single time that I've at least played against them. If they send someone the opener, they're dead in a second or less.
Yep.
The sync is very snappy. But the one thing about the Sheltron bomb is it does give you an opportunity to pre-guard because you know exactly when they're going to pop up.
True. Yes. So that's what I'm saying though. It's like the familiarity, the timing, and like knowing like the sort of pacing. Like Paladins was like, okay, they start running around in like X amount of time. You know, it's like sort of like it's a bit of like a dance, really, trying to like figure out when they'll push in and sort of trying to like bait them to jump in on you or something like that. You know, like there's many options you can go for. It's really like sort of like little tiny like mind games situation at the start, but and it also puts a lot of risk on the Paladin side because if they don't get the Sheltron bomb off, like, you know, they don't execute it properly, they're down their main mitigation.
Yep. And again, that's where, again, I've talked to Neo on Eidolon about this a couple of times, where BBC and Stooges especially were like really tight on burst.
Yeah.
And if they win, they're essentially gambling most of it on winning the opener on a very
Yes.
first thing. If you don't have that sync, then you've got Atreus who's in the middle of your entire team with no mitigation besides his guard.
Yep.
Most of their damage is still kind of coming up, or they do have some rolling damage from Picto, but it gives you an opportunity to counter center to their backline. Try and really commit on them.
Before we keep talking
if
about,
you don't die in the opener, then you're okay.
Yeah.
Before we
Just
keep
don't
talking
die.
about strategy, I do want to shout out, because we're going to get started here between Eidolon and Big Burst Crew. I want to shout out one of my main sponsors, one of my main opportunities here. You've been seeing it on screen, Gateway Fate. That is a Final Fantasy XIV convention being held in St. Louis on October 17th through October 18th, Saturday and Sunday. Me, Brian, and John is dead are gonna have a PvP LAN event there. So, hey, if you want to come out, honestly, it's the best small con I've been to. Want to come out and vibe with some people who love Final Fantasy XIV? We have a link in the cards below. We have a discount code, FFXIV PvP10. It's 10% off your ticket. So if you want to come hang out with us and do some PvP in person, beat the crap out of someone in the parking lot, hey, it's all you, man.
Sweet. Fortunately, I will be unable to attend, but we all love conventions. And who doesn't love conventions for PvP stuff? At least go to little seminar and stuff. PvP's sick.
Yeah.
Even though, there's all this other stuff to do in Final Fantasy XIV, here we all are playing a mode that doesn't really give you anything other than the satisfaction of playing with your buddies, no rewards. Except for every few years when CCC comes up. But you know what? We do it for the love of the game, and that's how you know you got a good community. Alright, gonna be Palestra start. Now, if we take a look at the comps, it looks like...
Pio is like, oh no, it's Palestra. This is now Pokemon Stadium, as you like to call it, Gidson.
I absolutely
Yep.
love the name Pokemon Stadium for this.
PS2 Ultimate, yeah. We both know.
The bog standard.
This is why we just struck out library every single game. Just
Just have
freaking
fun with
love
it, yeah.
Just have fun. We're here to have fun. All right, comps wise, we'll get here. We'll go ahead and load in. We'll talk about the different comps.
Cool.
I think it looks like both of them are running pretty standard comps on both sides, except for Eidolon's going to be not having a paladin.
Yeah,
this is very much a
gonna
warrior-enabled
be
comp.
Yeah, this is really gonna be interesting because, like, again, they've now gone for like the similar core of Picto and Bard, and also Dragoon. So the
Dragoon,
damage
yeah.
profiles are gonna be very snappy. It's literally gonna be like, you know, like those Wild West duels where you just go and draw. Whoever shoots the fastest kind of wins in this situation.
Yep.
But the only variation is, of course, their tanks, and I believe their healers as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So it's like after that opener is how they adapt with what they have. Yeah, their tanks and healers are different. So it's how they adapt after the opener that's really gonna decide, I think, because on one hand, you know, Astro obviously having a lot more potential for sustain, but it's sort of like not like as if they're trying to like win by attrition because you have a warrior, right? So the intention is very much so to play aggressive, and then Atreus over here. Not having as like powerful of like regeneration on healer because it's a white mage, but obviously you have polymorph, you have the beam as well, the 60 seconds. So it's gonna be it's on, I would say, Eidolon to play a lot more aggressive and try and secure a good momentum at the start, because otherwise Airweaver will just blast the entire team.
Yep. All right. Again, watch for this. Watch for this Sheltron on Atreus. Let's see if they spend it. Sheltron out to. Nope, not a bomb this time.
No, not a bomb.
It was a little late that time. They committed too much.
And then they immediately go for Liliana. Sylvie next, getting run in the back, but actually manages to get out. Sparrow is over-committing on this. This is a Dragoon versus Dragoon duel right here. And they are sending it, and they kill Sylvie.
And you know what? It's now fallen apart for freaking BBC, because now Atreus is probably going to go down. I don't know if... Oh wait, they got a counter kill on Sparrow. See, that's how you know you got good teams, is even in the midst of getting your ass sent, you're still there for the call and you still make it work. Absolutely.
They're not panicking, they're not falling, even though they're taking a lot of damage here. They're still keeping up the pressure. We do get a 50% touch though from Eidolon, so that's going to be a big situation to handle later on. They do take down Neo in the exchange, however, they have to be careful because Airweaver's got the beam, and they do it right onto the speed lane. Gojo, taking a lot of damage, is bound. Are they going to commit to the kill? No, we have Celeste healing Gojo, keeping them alive. He is the chosen one. He is not going down anytime soon, as both teams reset.
All right, now what LBs we got coming up here? Nothing too crazy coming up. Still got a little bit for Astro LB, going to be just basic damage. Atreus good, pre-guard on that, but insane cleave! Now the man is definitely in the side of BBC right now, and the members as well. Estelle maybe going down next. Yeah, look at that snappy damage right there.
There it is. Two very experienced teams. They know how this game works, so they're gonna keep it going. Nice. Celeste gets out of there actually, like helping out a kicksteal pod. Neo throws out the warrior LB. Let's see what they can do out of this. We have stun. We have the the Dragoon LB doesn't actually do that much damage. That's really unfortunate.
Well, they sent it on Pio, who got card broken, but just wasn't quite enough. Eidolon has been limping here for the last couple of seconds as well. And now with Picto LB down from Eidolon, they're really committing to hold this, but they just don't have the people right now. And now counter Picto LB. Double cake across the sky.
Here we go. And they're both Both LBs for Pictomancer are out, so it's just very equal right now. Sparrowhawk, however, going down in the exchange. Neo looks like has to fall back. They will be escaping, but it is going to be a full reset angle for Team Eidolon here. Big Burst crew really putting on a good show and putting a lot of pressure on this really good team here. Atreus has LB next, so they will be able to potentially fight this corner. Eidolon has to be very careful with this next engagement.
He's gonna have to spend Radiant, or the Bard LB there, didn't really much to go on. The beam comes out, it's on Neo! He's dead before Payon. You see the Payon ticking on his corpse.
Beautiful Medine from Liliana right there, securing a very nice opportunity for momentum gain. Vestel does barely get out alive, and Sylvie is prepping for another push here, going for a Elixir, as we have Atreus and Sylvie with LBs available, and nothing on Eidolon anytime soon.
Amazing, just from Celeste, be able to just like hold that position without flinching, and look, they don't even commit on Celeste. They know that they need to take care of the damage. But Pio goes down! Fantastic counter send. Sent too far, should have just gone for the easy one on point.
Great. I think Atreus here is going to potentially just wait for a good opportunity to use this LB, because they are significantly ahead when it comes to point progress. They don't need to actually fully commit to this. They can always fight this at their 50. Oh, well, but they're choosing to do it now. The Dragoons are up in the air. Everyone's confused.
Well, the reason you want to send it there is because, you know, like, if you get them to spend a bunch of LBs on their side, then you can commit on your side with yours. They were hoping to hold it a little bit there, but the point walk, Gojo gets away, Beam comes out, Gojo's alive, gets less save up.
Oh my god! The glare wasn't enough damage! Gojo gets the pot and lives!
And now it's going to be a big fight at this Picto Cake right now. The mana's pretty even from both sides. It's going on Gojo by the looks of it. Liliana's cracked, but it's covered. Fantastic cover from Atreus. Lily's going to walk out there. Neo is somewhere. He's in freaking Timbuktu trying to kill Lily.
Yeah, it looks like we have...
Well, Astro LB comes out.
Yeah, it looks like Big Burst 2 is going to
Goodbye,
play
Sylvie.
back a little bit. Damn, Sylvie got absolutely smacked by that Astro LB right there. And Liliana now in the backline trying to Elixir, but gets interrupted by Sparrow. Atreus using a cover to make sure they get this off, because they definitely don't want to lose this right here after they made it so far. They are fully committing to this.
And again, they've got the Picto LB extra damage for just a couple more seconds. We'll see if they can really make some use out of it. Neo's in a lot of danger in his guard.
Sent it onto Atreus. Atreus wasn't able to react in time. Atreus taking a lot of pressure here. It is not looking good for him. They gets out, but stays in the fight. He shows no fear, using the dash so they can reach the potion. Oh my goodness, what a play.
What a play. What a play by Atreus. What a play. He's still alive, and now this is definitely hugely in the favor of BBC. Celeste is going to got to just sack on point. Sparrow's going to be next on point, and there is no... Oh, there's no way that Neo's going to miss time.
Unbelievable. This is looking so much in Big Burst Crew's favor right now. They have all the tools they need to secure this win. Sparrowhawk taking a lot of damage. They cannot make it in time. Neo gets back on the point, but is immediately met with a lot of damage. Has to go into guard, and a Dragoon is in the air. Predator drone strike is up. They managed to pressure them off Neo. What a save from Sylvie.
Honestly, I think Sylvie just completely missed. There was no way she should have missed Neo, but now they got Scream. Scream goes out on Atreus. Gonna have to commit the Paladin LB here just in case. Don't hold it. Nice.
How have they still managed to regroup? This has gone back into a 4v5 from a 2v5.
And now the LB advantage is starting to wear off for BBC, but Neo's on point alone. Celeste is still able to get there and heal him a little bit.
Gojo's getting really close to the LB. Celeste has LB active as well, potentially soon. Gun's gonna use it. We have a big stun available. Rivers is going to reduce all that incoming damage. It's going to allow them to stay in this fight just a little bit longer. They do manage to, however, take out Neo in the process. It's still not
but it's walking
over yet.
It's walking! Oh shoot, it's walking another inch!
It's so close! It's a Venn diagram!
Celeste is still on point. Now the Picto LB has worn off from Eidolon's side. The damage went out a little early, but they're cycling this point beautifully. Oh, another inch! Oh, they have to keep 2 on now. They can't get scammed off by Bard or something like that. Look for Vest to
But
maybe come in and try and
First
scam the
Fruit
ball.
does have Exodia, and they're looking to obliterate Pio. Takes out Gojo.
Oh my gosh!
However, killed in the exchange. Lots of clean. Atreus barely making it out alive. Neo using the corners, using the speed lane to try get out. Meanwhile, back on the point, Celeste is lording against an entire team, sending every damage onto them. How are they making it? They teleport out, get the pot. Great control, great plays.
Great. Now Sparrow's on. Who's gonna be next after Sparrow? Can Neo make it? Neo makes it! Now Celeste is here to help support Neo. It's Polly. He's in a lot of danger. Got guard out. Celeste is still sitting in the corner. Now Celeste is back on point.
Neo.
Oh, they're almost back to the after LB again. If Celeste lives this, it's gonna be another big after LB.
It will. I think it will. I think it will. We're looking at it right now, but everyone's focusing on Celeste. Instantly killed out of guard. Gojo now taking over from the point. It is a nightmare with this speed lane. It is just not. The game is not ending.
Gonna make it there on time. Vestel makes it on next. Again, if they can make it back. Oh, this is gonna be Bard LB. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
They're trying to take out Atreus. Atreus with LB right now, risking it, trying to soak all that damage to bait them into it. Doesn't still not.
Please on the white
and they push them off.
The freaking White Mage's beam actually stunned Gojo an inch off a point where he reinforced, because if he got that reinforced, it's going to be Warrior LB coming back up, and it honestly might have been anyone's game.
That
Oh my god.
Air Weaver, like, secured the win at the very end with that. Oh my god.
Jumped out of my seat. I was so excited.
Oh my god. Like, do you see how low Atreus got? And I was like, he knew. This is someone who limit tested
10,000 HP.
out of Paladin, right? Because any other Paladin would have popped LB 10 years before that, but Atreus knew. He was confident in both his team and the mitigations. He knew what was the damage that was coming in. Because honestly, if they killed, like, that could have been really bad. That could have been really bad. And it was like a 0.2% difference. 0.2%.
It was. And again, there were so many times that they just got like that extra inch. If Neo makes it back to that point, because 3 of them are having to stock on point, you get a 3-man guard crack, really start to be able to pump some damage. Especially with Warrior and LB, it does so much extra damage, and then the Dragoon was making it back to point as well, and I think almost had LB. Ooh, you gotta be careful there.
First match, by the way.
Yeah, just first. You know, no, it's fine. Now, the Volcano is going to favor, definitely, a little bit more of this Eidolon comp. For the very small reason that White Mage and a Castbar.
Okay.
But in addition, the extra LB generation that can go up for damage whenever you have to deal with bombs, as well as the additional ability to be able to blow up people into bombs, makes this a pretty fun warrior map, honestly. But now Peel's on the monk, actually.
Ooh, I mean, Paladin is, a good sort of enabler for monk as well, with the LBs and such. I think as a result, they do lose a bit more lockdown, because in order to, say, get like a stun off, you're relying a lot on the Paladin, and then eventually Pictomancer when Medine is active. But other than that, there's gonna be not too much, people will have more opportunity to escape because their movement isn't being inhibited as much as the previous composition. But with speed lanes out the wazoo in this area, maybe that's not too much of an issue.
Yep. All right. Let's see if this is going to be a fast opener. Look for the Sheltron on Atreus. Actually, just pull.
Oh my goodness, Neo and Gojo getting cleaved heavily. That was a miscalculation. They are immediately taking a lot of damage here.
However, Celeste keeping them up. Neo is Gojo's in a lot of danger. Neo's going back in. Gets nothing. Now, I think this Eidolon's got a reset here, unless they can really find the damage on Sylvie.
Yep. 5 active members fighting. Neo had to go and pot out and is now rejoined the fight. Goes back in.
Ooh, cover out.
Does escape. Pio now caught in the thick of it. Everybody knows.
Fan down on Neo. Makes it to pot. That's quite alright. Dragoon roared down. It looks like Sylvie or Pio is going to be the next target. Pio barely makes it out.
Oh,
not totally fine. And again, insane. that there wasn't actually that much proc that caught out. Oh, Reaver's down!
No, in the middle of the beam as well. They knew. Right in the animation lock, nothing they could do.
Back on point, you got Sylvie with no guards, got to flip out, is in a lot of danger. Gonna get covered. Is Atreus looking? Nope, Atreus is nowhere near Sylvie.
Ooh,
Sylvie's
Pio sends
gonna
Monk
right there.
LB. It does secure it. A guard comes out just in time. It doesn't seem that Eidolon was ready to actually punish that Monk LB because they didn't have cover either, so it was very much so possible. But yeah, Pio saw the opportunity and took it.
Yeah, insane, like, just ability for the BBC to just kind of walk out of these situations. Like, you get their kill,
Oh, yeah.
you get down to about, like, you know, like 25,000 HP, and then they walk away.
I think
But
it's
now we've
not
got
why they
Celeste
picked,
coming up with Astra LB. This is going to be bad if they walk into this. Let's see where Celeste is going to send this LB right now. Yep. Sparrow goes up. Cleaves Lily.
Oh.
Bye.
Unfortunate. Okay, Atreus does have LB act ready, so they can pop it at any time to make sure that this fight sort of goes a little bit more in their favor, sort of reset that momentum. Yes, and they use it right now.
So who's the
Gojo
target now?
then in response uses the Pictomancer LB to equalize the momentum, so they get the regen as well. So both teams are at a state where anyone could go down, and Atreus and Pio do.
So much damage going out. Again, they were just holding long enough for that Paladin LB, and again, Atreus spent his guard right before then, so you gotta be really careful on Paladin LB, where you gotta spend like, maybe like 2 seconds before it's about to fall off. You gotta start running away so you don't get sent.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But a really nice counter send. They just waited out the Pally LB. They didn't full retreat. They stood there and brawled, and got the kill. And now, ooh, look at those LBs. Actually, on both sides, look at those LBs. Look at the
Yeah,
god.
honestly, and I think in this scenario, Neo has the opportunity here to do this, because this is why they picked this map. The areas are so tight, you are bound to get hit by something. Sparrow gets a nice clean kill with the LB as well. Sylvie has no choice, potentially might have to use the LB to desperately stay alive if they keep getting attacked like this. They're holding out for as long as they can, live lording on the point, the guard goes up, and there goes the LB just for survival.
Gonna fall on Neo and do a good chunk of damage, but he's totally fine. But the Celeste, goodbye, Medio. Hung around point a little bit too long.
Yep, and now Vistel actually taking a lot of pressure here. This is the opportunity that Big Burst has been waiting for. Great usage of the walls to keep themselves alive, but then still poking to keep pressure up. Gojo throws out LB to maybe hold this point a little bit longer. Might be a miscalculation that means they have to commit to this fight.
Yeah, it was a breezy-ass Picto LB, but maybe Picto LB is just more broken than I imagined.
Ooh, it looks like they used it specifically because bombs are up, so they're using it for the depositioning. They use bombs as a way to, like, make sure that they can't actually push in. So that's good.
What I'm gonna say is Picto's a cheating ass job. How do you get out of that situation?
I know, right?
Sparrow goes down here. Payon whiff. You gotta love when Payon goes on the corpse. But now,
Hey,
let's see what the
listen,
LBs
Bards
are.
need something bad with them, okay? It can't be all good. Come
I
on.
know. Now the LBs are gonna be almost Exodia on both sides, honestly. Again, the Bard LB just rolled.
Oh, we are so close to, like, look at the LB from Big Burst. We are so close to Exodia.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is right. Eidolon has to push in to, like, force these LBs out. They cannot let them engage on their terms.
Pushed away from the cover before he was able to make it. What an insane pushback, and actually broke the tether. That's the problem is, again, you can totally Paladin LB that, but if you don't have your Fury up, you're gonna get pushed. Sylvie goes up. Where's Sylvie gonna land? Nothing.
Yeah,
Gonna get
unfortunately, the walls do protect them there. Oh my goodness, Atreus just deleted from existence as we enter the final seconds of the match over here. Yeah, no, Eidolon's looking really good right now. We are actually in a very scary situation. Wait, no one's on the point! No one's on the point! Ah!
Yep, I was about to say. I was gonna call you out for like, this could go into a 5-minute overtime, and then yep, there was some miscommunication on who was on the point. But honestly, I feel like Eidolon was definitely in the driver's seat there. Like, BBC spent pretty much Exodia, everything except the Picto LB, and I don't even know if they got a kill. And Pio died in his Monk LB. And again, the pushback was really crazy because, and again, I don't know if that was Atreus breaking the tether on purpose, but it looked like he got pushed, or that Pio got pushed away, and that breaks the Paladin tether. So then he's totally vulnerable to getting killed.
That is a very unfortunate situation. Over to you.
No. Like, okay, all I'm just gonna say, like, if you're playing like warrior or you're playing a pushback job, you look for that cover and you're just like, best feeling ever is when Paladin goes to cover, you buffer the cover, and you buffer a bloater right as they cover, so it pulls them away as their guard comes out, and now they're too far away and they gotta awkwardly float back to their friend. That stuff.
Yeah, that is rough. That is rough.
This is not clock. Wait, what? Oh, he said clock.
Clock Sands? What?
They're fucking with me. They're one of them saying red sands, one of them saying clock.
Clock Sands. All right, okay. I was just making sure. I was like, wait a second. I swear I saw clock in the chat. What happened?
Oh well. I mean, technically, you know, the antline's Yojimbo, so you know, say that. Yes.
True.
He is
right.
the 6th team member, as I like to call it, because it's like that. Depending on the situation, they're either the enemy's team, 6th team member, or yours.
Yep. Well, you know, the true enemy, let's be honest, is freaking Lunatender, because it's always when you're losing, they get the
Yes.
Lunatender. When you're winning, it's Evil Cactus. You're like, great.
Yep.
Love it.
Exactly. Like, I would say antline's actually like the least annoying. Yeah, the insta-kill is scary, but you have ways to go around it. Like, the cactus is just take damage or run away. There is not much in terms of counterplaying that or like playing around it. So yeah, you're more or less forced to just walk out essentially,
All I
which
gotta say
depending
is-
on the situation really could suck for you.
Eidolon seems to be having more fun. They're jumping around, having a great time, and you look over at BBC, and they're just sprinting at the gate, ready to go.
Yep. All right, let's
Oh.
do it.
Yeah, Pio back on the monk this time.
On the bard, yeah, instead of the monk.
Or
I
sorry,
mean, I guess yeah, I mean, you know what? I think the bard like offers a lot, so no reason.
Damage on Sparrow,
Ooh.
damage on Sylvie! Sparrow lives!
Wow, look at those heals on Sparrow. My goodness, they are
Wow,
back
look at
to
the man-
health, pretty much.
Mana is so in Eidolon's favor. As long as Sparrow doesn't like get his ass sent right now. Good, he pots, and now the advantage is very much in Eidolon's favor. They got Pio who's super committed. What are you doing there? How did he get there? Well, that should be a dead Pio here in a second. Never mind, he's the tankiest bard ever known to man! He lives.
Yep. Bard has repelling shot. Remember, never forget, it's a bard.
Never forget it's a bard.
I love bard.
It's just like a big brawl. Like, again, a lot of damage is going out, but like defenses on both sides. Dude, but Sparrow might be
You were saying? You were saying? Yes, Sparrow
Sparrow, no!
damage.
Finally, it took a White Mage Beam before they could kill him.
Yeah. No, both teams are playing like walls and positioning really, really well, but yeah, no, I mean, and Atreus just barely manages to get out. It was just going to be a situation of like who was able to cover who better, and unfortunately, it looks like that White Mage Beam really just sealed the deal. 60-second meta.
That's a power of 60 seconds. What is Neo doing?
I mean, it's
Oh, he gets his guard out. Walks
Oh.
away immediately, getting pocketed by Celeste. Screams Sylvie and Paladin!
Ooh, the
Goodbye, Neo, you're gonna get dunked on. Oh, never mind, Celeste is actually so good at the healing. And a pot's right there.
Celeste is actually really good at healing. Oh my, I cannot believe.
Lily is
And
now
Neo-
very dead. Right before
Yeah,
that.
got ran down. So it looks like the rest of Big Burst crew has to fall back here. Oh, but they get Celeste on the counterattack, baited them in, hook, line, and sinker.
What a freaking crazy play. Now the damage is out on Gojo. Airweaver is walking back in with no guard, but beam. Therefore, Neo goes down again. The power of the 60 seconds. Sparrow's down next. And Bard LB spent.
Big Burst played that so well, like sort of just like pulling them into this hallway, and then I don't know. I guess Eidolon just wasn't ready for it, and then immediately just got snapped in that hallway there. Oh boy, yep, it's it's exactly what you're saying.
Of course, it's Lunatender. Why would it not be a Lunatender? That's okay, they get a good chunk of the shields, but Celeste is now under pressure here. Neo's alive. There's a lot of LBs that need to be spent on Eidolon's side. Celeste gets it out. Now we're looking for Sparrow to spin. Gojo to spin.
Oh. And Neo goes down. Atreus also an LB. This is the problem with Warrior here, and that.
Oh, that's
Atreus
goodbye,
is now
Airweaver. Goodbye,
going off
goodbye,
the
goodbye.
bait.
Blip. Yep. Holy, it
Yeah.
took Exodia, but they finally got it. Sparrow just
Yeah,
potting in the middle of literally all of them, trying to bait them in.
Yeah.
It kind of works.
And we've got a little caught out there, unfortunately. But it's not over yet. Pio going down as well. Oh my goodness, they almost had Celeste, but Celeste barely stays alive. Heatwave is doing a number on them right now. It looks like Atreus is just going to maybe potentially just die on point as the rest of the first Big Burst crew regroups. They are purposely slowing down this kill on Atreus here. Very nicely done. But they have to eventually get rid of him. Otherwise, the point will not move.
No, again, for every... Well, actually, no, again. The other team's just going to reset. For every Luna Tender, there is a sitting in getting some water. So even though a lot of LBs were spent right there, like, again, Astro LSP was literally spent last fight, it's back up again, and now you're getting the Scream, and now Theo is going to get killed. Because there is no Atreus. Never mind, Atreus makes it!
Atreus actually keeps them alive, but also Atreus taking quite a bit of damage himself. Holy, he is running circles around, barely gets out, and oh my goodness,
Pio is alive!
Pio is live warding this like crazy. You gotta get out, Pio! Tries to bait him, tries to knock him onto the sand lane, but it doesn't work. How is Pio still alive?
Insane play from the support players there. Payon went out. Air Reaver had its fat heels, and Atreus played his life. Gonna cover Liliana out, so Lily should be fine. Down on Atreus. It looks like this is gonna be a reset from both teams. Sparrow is still quite a ways away, so they don't want to spend too much. But they do want to hold this corner, because like this position right here is really important. Both teams kind of have realized it's like, somebody's gonna walk around this corner. It looks like it's gonna be Neo
right now. Yep, Warriors, they get to have a better start on the initiate. Gojo immediately getting sent off, but the guard comes out just in time. Guard crack does not matter because they are totally out of that right now.
Paladin LB, Neo's in trouble. He's gonna get dunked on. Goodbye. Never mind, insane dash. Ah, didn't quite make it.
Oh.
The mana is so in favor of BBC right now. Celeste is in danger.
Insane.
Celeste is down. This is why Red Sand sucks for this. Is once you're down, it's hard to reinforce.
There's no one on the point. No one on the point.
Insane from the BBC.
The BBC.
Honestly, like low key, I think it was Pio staying alive in that one situation that really like swung the momentum back, because they got Sparrow. Pio with LB was able to roll it almost immediately into the next fight, and there was no Eidolon couldn't keep pushing.
Yeah, it's just there was just way too much pressure for anyone to go and contest the point safely, and that was it. Like, I'll tell you what, I think that turning point was definitely when Eidolon was able to get the push out of their 50%, but then it just like they got caught in that hallway. They were just they really just weren't ready for the jump in. That was like a really good like moment to like for like Big Burst crew to jump in. They saw the opportunity and they took it, and it absolutely gave them that much more time to keep the point away from the 50% and put Eidolon in that really bad situation. Because I think with Red Sands, it's super I would say winner-sided. If you are ahead of in point progress before overtime, especially if the enemy team hasn't touched 50, you essentially win. I've rarely seen a comeback in Red Sands where a team hasn't hit 50%. Honestly, it's super difficult because how long that run is. It's brutal.
Yeah, and again, that's what you want to see. That was honestly a very good pick from the BBC, because they have a slightly more supportive comp. Paladin instead of the Warrior is going to be better in the support, so if you can sustain on the point, which again is much better in overtime, so as long as you're not super behind and you have the ability to sustain into overtime, you're gonna win that.
Yeah, but I'm genuinely surprised. Like honestly, Big Burst
gives them.
Like Big Burst is like I would say like running like their comp really well, and they're fighting against CCRC finalists, so it's like these players are not like bad by any stretch. In fact, they're really damn good at this game, and I cannot believe they actually pulled their plays off as well as they did against them. That was really well done.
It was. But now we're into the other side of the bracket. Hopeful versus
Yep, it's
Valiant, sorry. Hopeful versus
as-
Valiant, so I'm freaking dumb.
as Sir Oswald says, it's the escaped convicts versus the European tour bus.
True.
Yes. We do have the European squad in the form of Hopeful in Team Astra, and we have the escaped convicts. Escaped convicts.
Valiance.
On Team Umbra Valiance. Like,
I like this Valiance team. Frickin' Scholar,
yeah!
Dancer, Dark Knight, or if you look up at Hopeful, pretty
Yeah.
Paladin standard with a monk instead of a Dragoon, but and also I guess Scholar instead of Astro.
Yeah, what is the cook here? I mean, okay, so you have a lot of defensive options here. I mean, honestly, in terms of target picking, you really are kind of limited in opener here because there's a lot of evasion, right? And there's also a lot of mitigation. You have fan dance, you have the shields, you have if you try to hit the ninja, they could just hoot on themselves. Meisui is also an option too. Dark Knights have, you know, a little bit with the TBN, but, you know, they're supposed to be the engine to, like, reduce the burden of damage because obviously you're just healing not as much. And then the Paladin's just there because Paladin, you know, it's good reset. I'm actually not... I think they're trying to play a, like, attrition comp, but I can't tell. I genuinely can't tell. I think they're, yeah, maybe just playing to, like, survive until LBs and then just kind of working it off there. What do you think?
Honestly, I'm trying to think a little bit about this comp too, and they got a lot of 90s. Got a hell of a lot of 90s, but
Yeah.
the damage profile's a little bit weird. Dancer has decent burst, but the rest of the comp doesn't have a ton of
This
burst,
feels
but-
more like a rundown sustain comp, like you're like sustain damage over time, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're like
but
you
again-
have essentially 2 heal downs, right? Oh yeah, of course, Scholar heal down as well. Oh yeah, this
and then
is
you spin on the guard. Okay, so we'll see.
yeah.
where the punch comes out.
Okay.
On the monk?
Let's go. Let's see it.
On the monk, we're looking at it's on monk, isn't it? Oh no, actually, they did not go on the punch target. Surprising. Oswald's kind of getting pounded in the back. Be alive though.
Oh,
Never mind, insane cleave. But they trade.
they got flipped. Oh,
What is happening?
Oh
Run! Holy crap!
Wow,
Look at my
fiesta on the
pancakes over
mats.
there. But again, surprisingly, Valiance came out on top on that. Too many flips going on. Too much cooking in the kitchen.
It was a bit of a nightmare. Looks like Raiden is getting chased down here, and unfortunately Raiden does not make it to the pot, which puts Valiance in a very good position over here. Yep. They don't need to be as precise with their burst because they just need to out-sustain, and they're doing a great job of it right now. Alana, however, taking a lot of damage, as I said that, but look at the shield.
covered.
Look at the cover. The TBN providing just enough time for Sir Oswald to get that cover off. Eri Midi now been swapped to, taking a lot of damage. Fan Dance keeps them alive. So is the dash, and they counter kill onto Sabo. Very nicely done.
Yep. Now Meteor comes out on Oswald, but can they counter kill? That was an LB spent.
True. It is a 4-4 right now. Oh no, we have Dancer LB ready alongside the Scholar LB. That gives
Here
him the
it
coverage
comes,
to
here it
spin.
comes.
And
Who's getting-
here comes the
3-man.
dance.
Extension on 1. Oh, never mind. You know?
No,
Actually-
they don't follow it up.
Not enough damage to get the Ninja Link rolling.
No. Looks like
No,
no, they
but-
still have an opportunity. The Ninja hasn't popped LB. There's no whip, and here it is.
Now
Yeah,
it's gonna
one
be
down.
on. No, it's gonna be on the Paladin right here. Oh, never mind. No.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
right. Well, it's onto the Pictomancer just before LB, which is going to be a huge opportunity right here as they reach the 50% point. Stuns going out onto Sabo. Sabo trying to make it out alive. They get a bind off. No one gets flipped despite the ping.
And Sabo, I think, is probably just gonna go down here. Yep.
Yeah.
Valiant's clearly in the lead here.
Danny Line absolutely snapping off right now. A little bit of
Okay,
pressure to like maybe poke a bit, but not much in terms of damage. Looks like we have Pictomancer LB coming out to fight
Everyone
at this
gets
corner
mini.
here. They're gonna push out for it.
Mini, come on, Mini. No one minied. All right.
No
we're
one
safe,
mini,
we're
no
safe,
one's a
we're safe.
looker.
Oh, insane pre-Paladin LB from Sir Oswald. Sniff that Meteor out so fast.
Yep. But Sabo now has the LB in their court as well as it's coming up soon. They're playing safe to ensure that they don't explode before that, as now they jump right into the fight. And LB
Nice,
comes out. Doesn't matter. They got charmed. They're invulnerable. Who cares?
Yep, and basically no damage is coming out for that Dancer LB. So Oswald and Udoku are getting kind of pounded on the point. Udoku's probably going down here. Yep. Alright. And now, finally,
nice.
what feels like the first reset of the game. It's just been brawling and slobberknocker this whole time.
Yeah, they've been trying to like keep pressure up because they're just rolling and stuff trying to trip. But, you know, still, it is very much so, you know, in the advantage of...
Oh, they went through the door!
You know? Whoa! What are we cooking? What are we cooking?
Wait, hold up. Does Dandy live? Dandy live? Dandy gets covered. Scholar LB comes out. Dang, for like that play that absolutely did not work out. Look at the mana, look at the people. Oswald makes the pot and might live.
Just about, yeah.
No quite frog though, honestly.
They have to be careful though. Dandelion does have LB, but so does Emmy. Both of these dangerous players doing elixirs as they rejoin the fight. Emmy sends the LB right onto Udoku before LB goes out, and they are gone from this world.
Yep, and that's going to be enough momentum to really just force the reset right here. I think they probably like run down these teams like 2v4. For these LBs, yeah. You better pray, Dandy, that your Paladin's coming up sometime soon, because otherwise you're just gonna eat it.
Oh boy. Eri throws out a desperate LB to keep the game alive, but it's not enough.
Done.
They go down with Dandelion in a single cleave.
Yep, and now this is where Sir Oswald's just gotta stand up on point and do... Never mind, he's gonna put the cover. Kind of crazy, because Doku has LB.
They have absolutely just flipped this fight around. Raiden and Emmy and Lulu just keeping up the damage so nicely. They are just taking out whoever steps off the respawn. It's crazy. No one's gonna make it, I don't think. Just about Dandelion. Sakuchi's on to save the game. They get out somehow, but they don't get the pot. They got pot dipped by a European.
But you know what? It's not gonna take long, because with Monk Video here, you just gotta wait for Oswald to cover here. Actually, he might LB. No. Oh, he did not LB.
Oh no.
Does he get it? Does he get it? Does he get it? Does he get it?
No.
You got LB here, Oswald. You got LB. You got LB.
He's risking it. He believes. He's like, this is the riskiest path, but this is the only possibility to win.
Oh, but he got the mid on some of his team though. It was actually worth holding on to. Udoku's been fine, and they're pushing back.
That was so risky, but it paid off. This fight is now anyone's game. They've all Hopeful has lost one member, but they take out Dandelion, stopping the snap potential.
Yeah, I don't think Dandy's like been able to play the game this whole time, honestly.
No,
and they're onto Udoku. Bard LB is gonna get rolling right now.
Sabo now with LB in the pocket,
Alana.
potentially can use it to try close out this game. Is going to soak up as much time as possible, uses it to deflect the Dancer LB. No one is taking any damage as a result. They jump right onto Sir Oswald. Oswald is low on HP, goes down. Sabo securing the kill. Alana next gets secured by Raiden. Raiden is now out for blood. Dandelion does not get the snap off. Unfortunately, no LB is available now. It is looking dire for Valiance.
It is looking quite dire for Valiance with no Ninja LB and none of your tank LBs coming up anytime soon. Noak's just gonna have to kind of sit there and die.
Yep. And they do. Securing the first win from Hopefu. Flipping that around from a 75% progress to 30%, by the way.
Yeah. And again, I'm just gonna state it right here. The Dancer and the Ninja never really got anything rolling.
No.
They had the play. They got a couple of good dances, but just there was no damage there. There was no way to get the Ninja LB rolling. And again, like in that very last one, freaking had Paladin LB. They had Paladin LB. It doesn't matter if you dance 3 of them. They got a 30% hit.
Exactly. Sabo synchronized their Paladin LB, saving it with Ares LB. So that way it was always up basically around the same time. So anytime there was an opportunity for that, Paladin LB immediately denies it. And that's why Sabo was also both Paladins were being very, very conservative with their LB usage. But in particular, Sabo's was just so much more effective in getting good returns because they were using it specifically to counter the game plan of the Dancer. I do note that now Dandy has swapped to Dragoon, so they're looking for a little extra damage in the or maybe just fights before LB is up. Maybe the Ninja just wasn't really the option there.
Again, like, if you look back at it, and even if you look at the stats of the previous match, I don't think Ninja was really able to play the game there, honestly.
Okay, one thing I do want to address real quick. I'm sorry for the bad camera work in that last set, everyone. I was trying to eat some fried chicken while I was working the camera, so that is no longer an issue. We're going to have some better camera work this time around.
What the hell? Kitson, eat your chicken at another time.
It's done. It's eaten.
All right. The chicken has been consumed, so now we can run into this wonderful game on Palestra, and again, slight comp change. Actually, I'd say pretty significant comp change. No more Dark Knight, and no more Ninja. This feels much more standard. Again, between Dragoon and Bard, you've already got a pretty good damage core. The Dancer still feels a little bit weird, but the Dancer sits very well with Dragoon. And you also really want Sir Oswald to be able to cover that Dancer, so the Dancer can play a little bit more aggressively. Oh, and also Muscaller too. Complete changeover from the other team. We'll see if this changeover really does something for it. So right now, it's going to be Hopeful up 1-0. If we do this rollout, it's going to be in the Scholar team's advantage, with Expedience and Fairy out going to be in their advantage. Emmy takes pre-guards all of the damage, even on the U ping. Very nice. Now they have a chance to counter send. It's going to go on Oswald, who I think also counter damages.
Yeah, it looks like Valiance is taking quite a lot of pressure here. They're being forced to this corner, which isn't great. Big cleave coming out, which is not going to be great for their MP economy here. Dandelion living on a prayer. God, Sir Oswald coming in with the clutch cover to keep them alive on basically 10 HP. Oh my goodness.
Honestly, like, Hopeful's so ahead right now. Yep, and it's just a mana diff at this point. You got to be able to have the discipline to be able to walk all the way away. Raiden gets away, being melee barred, and no damage on him. Doku gets pot.
Just enough time to pot, but Sir Oswald getting guard cracked in cover as well, which is not ideal.
And Doku doesn't even get his pot off because the tether broke for a second.
Oh,
they got a full retreat and walk away. Yep.
Hopeful
now there's a reset.
Hopeful had such good positioning there, the way they pushed into that. Like, they just put out so much pressure and damage. Like, and they covered every angles.
Let's see, pre-cover onto Emmy. And yep, that's why Paladin is pretty broken. But hey, you know, no kill.
No kill.
Medio committed around the corner, so didn't get anything.
Dandelion looking to maybe guard punish with their LB. Sends it up into the air. Who are they going to go down on?
Scholar LB, what are you going to do?
There are actually a lot of guards. Oh, but the guard drops a little too early, but doesn't matter. They don't get the kill in time. They try to commit to Airy, but it's not enough.
This is not looking good. This is really not looking good. Damage is super into the side of Hopeful, even though they have a lot of LBs coming out. And yeah, like now LB economy is in your side. Goodbye, Alana.
And Sabo using LB, Airy being aware that, you know, they can't use LB right now, so they have to delay it, which is costing precious time to fight on the point. They get killed in guard. I love this video game. And Sir Oswald throws out Paladin LB to keep the game going, but can they keep the game going long enough? Dandelion getting pressured. Alana has come back out. Maybe they could save this. But no, Sir Oswald gets Muck Limit broken. Oh no!
Yep. And again, now this just turns into, like, again, War of Attrition, which Scholar's extremely good at, and dang, insanely dominant from Hopeful. I never felt like Valiance really got a leg up in that game at any point, really. It's actually kind of, I was watching the Monk for a little bit, and Monk walks in with guard, or like guard in the opener, and was just kind of playing all the time up in the faces of Valiance. That Pan, they had some Paladin covers, they had a bunch of healing coming out. That's where you're, like, it almost becomes really hard on Valiance's side, because when that Goenga guy's getting pumped, if he doesn't have guard, like, yeah, it sucks, but he's got Payon, if he's got a Astro Pocket him, you gotta send something else, and that's hard to see.
Yes.
Because it doesn't show up as a buff. Well, again, the Payon shows up as a buff, but having a Astro Pocket you, that's not a buff. That is just
Nope.
We gotta change targets, guys.
Yeah, that's just teammate. Yeah, that's just teamwork even. Yeah.
That it is.
And you know, it's not super obvious. But yeah.
Now we have, I think, a slightly different finals we were expecting. I think we were expecting Eidolon in the slot, but BBC put in a really good showing to topple them over.
Yeah.
And to take their spot. So now we're gonna have the BBC up against Hopeful. Who do you favor for this?
It's funny because it's the Europeans versus the BBC. Truly a tale as old as time.
Truly a tale as old as time.
Like, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Just because that's meant to be our British broadcasting channel, ask the majority of like British people in here or the English, they hate the BBC. It's like they despise it. No one likes it. It's so ass.
Yep.
So yeah, ironic.
The thing that I'm gonna say that I'm actually favoring the BBC in this one because BBC's whole thing is about burst. And if you're on Hopeful and you got that European ping wonderfulness, if you don't pre-guard, you're dead. And it's very hard. And that extra, like quarter second to react to who the BBC are looking at, I think is going to really put this in the favor of the BBC.
It's true. Do they have enough Californians on their team?
True. Honestly, this might just be a Californian diff. Not a European, or we can call it a European diff. We'll see whichever side you want to go for.
We'll see.
All right, Mr. Gibson, is this going to be a 3 out of 5?
This will, and we actually have some news here. Air Weaver of Big Burst Crew unfortunately had to dip. He's got some problems right now. Ava Falafel of Eidolon is going to be stepping in to fill the White Mage role. I know this is very unorthodox. I don't really particularly like, crossing teams and all that usually, but these are two teams that that are fighting against the Team Hopeful. So, they're trying to get the run back. They're trying to gang up and really mix their strats and see what they can do. So we're gonna count this as Eidolon and Valiance versus, Big Burst Crew and versus Hopeful.
The Americans shall unite to fight back the European hordes. USA, USA.
Again, it's nice to see, and again, this is sometimes part of the fun of running more grassroots stuff is filling. You need a guy, you find a guy, all that sort of stuff.
True.
Again, Ava being on Eidolon certainly got some hands.
And I think it's like, I'm okay with it because it's like, okay, everyone here is a very comparable skill. We're just trying to play some games. The big thing here that I'm trying to do too is Hopeful they reached out to me a ton of times. They were like, hey, we want some good practice for the EU tournament tomorrow. We want some good practice for the FanFest tournament tomorrow. Can you help us get that? I don't want to let them down by being a stickler for the rules. I don't want to let Big Burst Crew down by saying, hey, no, this is what you signed up as. At the end of the day, we're here for the players and have a good time with everyone here. So
it'd be boring if we just let it go,
True.
So, Raul puts it well in the Twitch chat. Big Burst Coalition. I like
Burst Coalition.
I like that.
It's like all the T's united. This is like a real Avengers Assemble moment with just, the one person. It's just like, just Ava walks through the portal and it's just like, yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, Ava's walking through the portal, Cap on your left.
Exactly, it's just Ava.
Okay, just to make sure, because I think we got about... Yeah, I gotta run a quick ad break here so that we don't get any during the matches themselves. Everybody, get some water, take a break, get your breaths in, your stretches, your fried chickens if you got them. We'll be right back.
All right. fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back,
back.
to Bragging Rights 16. What up, Sila? We have the grand finals going on here. Team Hopeful from the EU versus Big Burst Crew, or the Big Burst Coalition, as they have been renamed. They have someone from, it's Eidolon? Yeah, it was on Eidolon, right? I'm going to lose my crap if I don't
Yes.
remember this right. Yes.
Yes.
So we're having Eidolon and Big Burst Crew versus Hopeful for the grand finals here. I want to shout out to Sila and Aeon. Their commentary is fucking phenomenal, and it's helped me run the bracket so much too. Shout out to Daddy Chile as well for running this or for also doing commentary at the start. That initial burst of like everything's happening and all that is very difficult. So thanks to everyone who helped me run this. Thank you to the players who have signed up to make this a amazing 9-team bracket. Without any further ado, I would like to get us started. So gentlemen, take it away.
All right.
All right. Sila, we are in the grand finals of the legendary EU versus NA fight. It's the World Cup all over again, right? We've seen a very, very good performance from the team of Europeans Hopeful, but we've also can't discount that Big Burst Crew have actually put on a really good show as well, taking down Eidolon as well in their path up to here. Any predictions at all?
Honestly, I just want to see it go to a game 5. That's all I want to say. That's all I'm gonna say. I want to see it go to a game 5. I want a good match. I want some good
game
matches.
5 banger.
Game 5 banger, nothing less. And starting on Clocktown, you know it's going to be Fiesta. The only thing worse would have been starting on Library.
It's true. We haven't seen Library at all this like tournament actually, and Libraries are like an interesting one because players are still kind of trying to figure out the map. It's not completely solved, Like, I mean, for the most part, they have the general strategies down, like, obviously, because they've been playing and scrimming in that a lot. But, you know, there is some awkwardness with it as well. Like, the execution of said knowledge and strategies isn't always as clean because, you know, it's the newest map. And, you know, it would have been nice to see, like, where everyone is now with their knowledge on it. But I guess for the first match, we'll be on Clocktown. But who knows? Maybe we might see a random, library pick where I just throw either team off.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll see if both teams are probably going to go a pretty fast opener here.
Mm-hmm.
Ranger going to go through the side. Yep, pretty standard opener. Damage goes on to the monk. Damage goes on to nothing.
Ooh, and
Right, cover's already out. It goes on to Sylvie. There we go. But Atreus was watching. Totally fine. And look at the mana.
ooh, Sabo with no Emmy with no guard, but does have Riddle. Throws it out around the corner. Loses quite a bit of damage, but does survive. Maintaining their MP economy right here. They're trying to send a little bit of damage to the Atreus. They're just basically poking to see who they can open up for a potential burst. Guards are out. Lulu
How is no one
and
dead? There we go.
Oh my.
PO finally down. Man, the burst is so close on each team. Every single person just takes like, you know, like 60 or like almost like 45,000 to the face, which isn't quite enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's gonna be a retreat. From
Yana
the
slides
BBC.
out, but doesn't quite make it. The Meows do avoid getting flipped as they rejoin the point and jump onto Atreus, doing a lot of damage. Atreus guards quite a bit of it though, managing to get out. But they are being run down. A stun comes out from Sabo. Fireball from Emmy. It's over for him. He is going down.
Oh, but do they have enough damage to counter send onto Sabo? Nope, gets spot totally fine. Turns out instant 30,000, pretty nice.
Looks like, unfortunately, Big Burst Crew has to let this fight reset a bit. Luckily, Yojimbo comes in to help out, forcing Emmy to use guard. Potentially could be a good target here, especially since
It's
Emmy
gonna get
has
covered.
LB.
Watch
see.
this cover. Watch this cover.
Yeah,
You're looking at Emmy.
there it is. The guard.
Instantly covered. Yep. No danger of not having guard there. Instantly delete smart.
Yep.
Shoot! What a damage on Raiden!
But Raiden is out. The coverage from Yami.
Just barely, and now the damage, and now super pushback into the BBC side. But again, looks like they're gonna make it. See if anybody looks at the thing. Nope, nobody looks. Got picked LB that they're gonna set up right here. So this is actually gonna be pretty decently hard.
Yeah. It looks like, well, Hopeful is in response to falling back a little bit, so they don't have to fight into that.
There you go.
They do lose Emmy in the process as a result. Maybe they'll try and like fall back even further. Oh, Sabo does manage to snap Atreus, but is getting caught out right now. Guard is up
LB
as they
spent?
throw out
Really?
LB to keep in the fight. Looks like they're committing to this.
Huh. But you know, hey, freaking works. They got a kill on Atreus.
Yeah, it's not a
No,
bad
but-
option right now.
So now you're gonna see Umbra is gonna have to kind of back up here. Gonna have to play around this L to make sure that none of the reds die. Atreus is looking to cover just in case, but we're full mana. Now you gotta play into the fun little L fight. Whichever team pushes first loses, except they do have Scholar and Picto LB, so I'm gonna say you can push
Yep.
with that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice free push for them. And Atreus gets snapped out of existence before they could throw out their LB. That is unfortunate, and they actually tried to time it with Ava's LB as well, so they were just quicker on the uptake.
Now Liliana's gonna get sent here. But lives? Lives? Crazy! Lives the
Somehow
Crazy.
lives!
I was not expecting that. Alright, Dragoon is up from Sylvie. Gonna dunk on Raiden. Not quite there. Liliana's having to stay on point to make sure that the point pushes back. It's gonna be a minor retreat from Hopeful.
They do, yeah, I mean, they managed to pressure them out of the point, but it did cost a lot of LBs. It's exactly where Hopeful wants to be now. The question is, how will Big Burst Crew play off of this? They still have Atreus, Pal, and LB to play around this L. They could use it to maybe force a fight, but Atreus is going to be very careful with it, maybe trying to use it as more of a counter. Let's see.
Dio's gonna go down if he doesn't get covered. Gonna get covered. Ooh, nice beam, but Pio's still out. No one minied.
Oh.
Meteor goes out. Meteor goes out on Lily. That's it. Yep.
Yep. That was not ideal.
And now at
And
this
now
point,
Sabo and
Atreus
Yami
is...
have LBs themselves as well. It's equalized the situation.
Yeah, and Atreus is now only just spent an LB, but doesn't even get a chance to save anyone.
That's
Oh,
really
but they got Emmy. Never
unfortunate.
mind, they got Emmy. It's honestly pretty even at this fight right now.
It
But
is,
Sabo
but
and
the Picto
Yami can
LB will
decide.
say otherwise, my friend. The Picto LB
Oh.
says otherwise.
Yep, and then you got Sabo and Yami that can just help confirm a lot of the staying power on this team right here. Yami's just sit there on point as they run down Atreus.
Yep, and now we enter the last 10 seconds of the match, overtime. Let's see what happens here. Guard goes up. A guard from both the Yojimbo and the Dragoon LB.
Sylvia's gonna have to get out of here soon. Will barely die.
And hopefully
Again.
being so conservative with their LBs right now. Only Yami using it right now. They're trying to like sort of stagger these out so they could just stay in the fight just longer. Trying to attrition to win here. Ava jumps in just to save the point. They don't have any space to use their LB, unfortunately. Sends it anyway as a desperate attempt to try and stall the fight just a little bit long. Get a bit of that extra healing as well. But Sabo and Raiden have LBs they can use whenever. Atreus taking a lot of damage, and Sabo confirms the kill.
Alright, good old Bard LB in the middle of 5 people because again, like, you know, there's no one that's really going to be able to send you there. Pio managed to kind of sneak his way in there to tap the point over and over again. His guard's going to go down, going to get cracked immediately. One of the problems of playing against Paladin Scholar is really hard to stay on the point.
Really, really hard, yeah. Like, with only 2 members left, Liliana throws out Picto LB around the corner to use it mostly for the defensive properties. And in response,
counter Picto
Lulu spends their LB
provide.
as well. Dear Lord. Which means any opportunity or like advantage they would have gained immediately gets countered. This is brutal.
Yeah, and again, even if they manage to kill one of Hopeful, Hopeful has that door reinforced right there.
Yep, this is exactly where they want the point. You're so right.
This is where Clocktown is really rough sometimes if you're trying to be on the reinforce.
Oh man.
Got
Oh,
too
they
many, they got too many
they
people.
planned
Another
this not good.
Scholar LB. That's what happens when you got Bard and Scholar and they're just not dying. The Bard goes into Scholar, which goes into Bard. Keeps going
Yep,
back
it's
and forth.
cyclical, right? Feeds into each other. Pio and Liliana trying to get onto the point. Liliana in guard, trying to stay alive, but gets guard cracked as suspected. Gets the corner slide into the pot, and Liz with Pio just on the point, trying to live Lord on Bard no less. And they get commented by Lulu. 6 KOs on the board to finish the game.
And that's finally gonna be it. Again, well, it was a bit of a slobber knocker. It lasted a bit, but it was a bit, I'd say, in Hopeful's favor the whole time, I think.
Yeah. It was like, you know, a very, very dominating game from there. And I don't really know what else they could have really done at those points. It just, because conceptually the composition is there, their plays were there, but it's just like, I think just everything happened so textbook on the side of Hopeful, you know, that they just played it well. Like, you know, Picto comes out, LB comes out, fall back from it, but, you know, they still, despite that big burst, still managed to clip 1 kill and stuff like that. And it's just that Hopeful's biggest strength is being able to regain their composure really quickly and go for counter kills even when being on the back foot. Like, you notice they were being chased and they still got a kill in the middle after the Picto LB came up from Liliana. So it's like, it's that strength that I think is really set them apart in that fight in particular, you know?
The thing that is actually like very fascinating about this is, despite Hopeful not having a pure healer, it feels like they just always have so much healing on their team. And again, a lot of that is Fairy. Fairy is so insane.
Don't
I mean,
forget
like the mana difference.
and
It's
a
just
bit of the
mana
Picto
difference
shield
always
as well. That's also there. Confiteor also gives health on hit. So, you know, I think any deficit of healing that maybe the Scholar can't bring, you immediately make it up by having a Paladin and the Picto on your team.
And it's why, like, the opener against Picto Scholar is like so rough because you gotta deal with you gotta deal with the Scholar Shield, you gotta deal with Picto Shield, gotta deal with Fairy. Like, this opener is insanely strong in terms of just mitigation and staying power.
Yeah, you
The
can get
way
snapped
that
out of existence really quickly. But that being said, okay, so as we've seen in CCRC, right, you can get sniped from literally the staircase with the Bard, Dragoon, and Picto DPS core, right? So, I think that's what Big Burst Crew is trying to do. They are trying to follow their namesake and actually burst them like right at the start. I think they're trying to like go for more of the aggression here. I mean, you have the White Mage as well, who could potentially help as well. Because they don't have the Dragoon on the other side, and they have the Monk instead, that's where I think they're going to struggle a little bit on the opener. And it's honestly in their interest to get rid of Big Burst Crew as soon as possible, because they have 60 seconds, you know, White Mage LB.
I'm gonna be watching Atreus on this opener and see if he's gonna try and Meteor Bomb. Doesn't look like it.
It is harder to do it in this opener because it's so open.
Here it comes. Here we go. Here we go.
See?
Ooh, insane crack. Got a double crack.
Okay.
You know, honestly, that was a pretty good opener, but there was good pre-guard on their side.
Yeah.
Now, is Lilia gonna go down? Nope. Totally fine. Look at the mana, like, just freaking... Nothing's happened.
Yeah, Big Burst is
Somehow,
probably
it was
like,
full mana still.
Yeah. Big
Now,
Burst
finally, the
burst.
burst comes onto Atreus.
Yep. They're trying to play for time a little bit here to, like, you know, they're just trying to play as long as the White Mage LB is ready for their opportunity to kill. They can. It's very, very close. Everyone's playing very safe. Hopefu is aware of this, so they're falling back as well. They're trying to, like, not get clipped by Cleave.
Trying to bait it out.
And there's the beam.
Beam,
They face themselves out enough so it doesn't land. Oh no, that's a good this is a big opportunity for Hopefu now.
Yeah, again with Meteor coming up.
Mm-hmm.
They got picked. How has nobody died in this opener? Insane defense.
Oh no! Meteor hits a wall! They can't follow up! Atreus lives! What a mistake!
I don't think he
Let's
lives.
go!
I don't think he lives!
That is insane.
That Medine went through the wall is all I'm saying. But they get a counter kill. Never mind. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Now
Totally
Sylvia's
worth
got LB coming up.
Good recovery from both teams.
Dio's in danger by the looks of it. He's cracked. He's got to walk away. He should be going down here.
No!
There's no shot he got ping diff there.
He got pinged
had that.
off!
He ate that putt. I saw him. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, back to
game.
the point. Sylvie's still holding on to LB. Ava is now the target.
They're really jumping on Ava. They counter-attack
Covered.
Emmy in response. Sabo tries and covers Emmy as well. They get hit by the beam, but it doesn't matter. Invuln. They get out of there. Great thunderclap out, and they are still in the fight. Everyone is still alive. It could go either way.
Yeah, I'm still looking at Sylvie to like be spending this damage on something, but there's just no. It doesn't feel like they have an opportunity to.
No. Emmy has no mana here, and they're being heavily harassed. They have no space to use Monk LB. Pio getting out of there.
HP!
The guard goes up. Is it enough? A thunderclap. A cover saves the day from Sabo.
Goodbye.
Sabo holding on for dear life, but
Goodbye,
gets killed.
goodbye,
And the
goodbye.
Dragoon LB.
But they still trade! Emmy medioed Atreus and died. That was maybe a little questionable medio, but you know, most of them were pretty good.
I think it was like a desperation. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but that does give Big Burst opportunity to finally make a push towards that 50%.
I know. It finally feels like they finally are in the driver's seat a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, but honestly, yeah, the fact that they managed to like keep things together despite this overwhelming pressure is very impressive in that right.
Sylvie's just in the middle. Sylvie's just in their back line. But now, you know, the Picto of LB is spent out. Beam comes out. Lilia's in danger.
Oh!
Wow, the healing!
Atreus goes down from the just barrage of LBs and that damage.
I think Emmy's going to be able to walk out here with no real problem. Look, a very slippery job.
Yep. And look at that, they're staggering and like using their LBs properly here. Yami has LB ready, and Sabo will soon. Yami uses it to keep everyone alive, allowing Sabo to live. Sylvie overcommits and thus gets punished for it.
Just insane defense from both teams. It feels like trying to kill a single one of them is like just like
it
one
requires
of the hardest things ever. Trying to run up a mountain, just trying to kill one person on either team.
Oh! They
Except for
immediately
Lily
come
right
up
there.
to Liliana before they could use their LB. This is going to be a very problematic situation for Big Burst. They don't have the sustain to stay in the fight. And then so Emmy has LB ready to confirm another kill. A cover goes out. Emmy sends it on to Sylvie. They get the follow-up, and Sylvie goes down with Pio, the sole survivor, trying to hold on for dear life, but Raiden is doing them in the back, pressuring them. They can't catch a break.
And I don't think Atreus is going to be up in time. Oh, and Lilian has unfortunately got a sprint. This is bad situation. There is no way that Lilian is... They got to kind of walk the point together. And Atreus has got a guard. Pray that his Paladin LB comes up before he dies. It will not.
Oh
Pick to LB just to kind of make some space.
Pick to LB to like reset the fight, knock people up. They were given enough space to do it. Sylvie tries to go for a guard punishment, doesn't find their mark. Seiva, on the other hand, low MP, low HP, gets guard cracked. It is not looking great for them. Standing right next to Pio. Unfortunately, Pio is in LB, so can't really help at the moment. And thus, Pio does go down. Sylvie next, potentially.
Yep. And this is such a terrible position because even if you win this fight on Umbra's side, you still have to deal with the fact that they have speed lane reinforcement. But they're just permanently gonna... Oh! Yeah. There goes Atreus.
Yep, exactly.
Meteor moment.
I mean, yeah, and an excellent target as well, because now they are just denied that stalling potential with Atreus. Ava forced to jump on the point as a result, puts her in a very, very difficult situation. Atreus won't be in time to return. Pio can maybe support a little bit with Payon, but that is about it, and it's not going to be enough. Ava gets ran down, and Pio is next.
Yeah, again, even you notice how they didn't even spend Bard LB on the person on point. They spent it on Pio to try and make sure that he had no way to reinforce there. And Sylvie, he's already spent the Dragoon Roar. It's not going to be able to make it, but not! Atreus makes it!
So, nice, they try to knock back Atreus, but Atreus positions himself to a wall, so the tether does not break. That allows Ava to get out of there alive.
Yeah, but like, again, what are you going to do? Like, Lily's going to go down, and then Pio can't make it to point.
Yeah.
Victor LP went out, so now you got to deal with this.
Use the Dragoon LB to stall.
Almost got the Dragoon
damage.
LB.
Force guards, it's fine. I think it was more for to force guards and use resources on the enemy side.
Meteor
they
on
do
Atreus,
have speed lane.
Oh, no, it's starting to push a little bit. But again, this still just gets worse and worse.
Yeah. Pio, Sylvie, unfortunately caught with the guard crack, is going to be taken down. Pio does manage to get the pot off. Ava on the point, trying to let the Lord survive, but they have no mana again. And as a result of a crack as well, they are going to be going down. Liliana next, trying to stay on the point for as long as they can. No one is on the point, and that is it. Pressured off. Pio can't make it.
Honestly, again, another pretty dominant game. It didn't feel like there was like a brief moment where the BBC kind of felt like they had some pressure there, but otherwise, did not feel like they were in the driver's seat there.
No.
What do you think really needs to change here? Because again, it seems like both teams are too freaking tanky. Whenever somebody gets sent, there's so much support, and again, honestly, that much support besides Payon and a little bit of Scholar shielding?
I'm not, look, at the risk of sounding like I'm backseating here, I genuinely think that, like, and this is not like, I'm not, no shade obviously, but I think Big Burst Crew could try and play a little bit more aggression. I think they're letting Hopeful engage on their own terms too much, and they're playing a little bit too safe. One of the things that, like, I was saying quite a lot, right? People were dying with LB up, right? Because the idea was that the Hopeful identified who are the potential jobs that can disrupt their plays, right? And were immediately taking them out. And I think because they were if they do want to play defensive, they got to play further back, I think, because they are just running in and immediately gunning for them, right? And what Hopeful was doing was just keeping them on their back foot, keeping them stressed, making sure they never gain composure, which is why they dominated so hard. So I think having some of that pressure back would stop them from entering into their quadrant so freely. That is, again, just my uneducated take. I'm obviously not the best LP player, but from what I'm seeing, that's what's been happening a lot in these matches.
Yeah, and that's something the BBC, from what I've talked with other teams about, something that they generally struggle with is once they kind of get off sync with their burst, it becomes really difficult for them to be able to go back.
Yeah, exactly.
Which again, it is it's not to say like they can't do it, but have you ever been in these situations where like there's just 10 people just scrambled, like trying to find the one line to be able to find the one moment that you can do your burst is what makes some of the best teams the best.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can actually kind of pull it up for this night, for this last game.
Yeah.
Hopefully not this last game, but this next game on Library, our favorite map.
Yeah,
Pressure's
exactly.
gonna be going out.
We were just saying, right? So it looks like these guys are a bunch of crowd pleasers. I love it. These people. Sabo's taking a lot of damage. Look at that. See that aggression? You see what I'm talking about? Do not let them engage on your terms. Atreus is Sheltron bombing. This is what he's known for. This is what he's good at.
But they didn't quite have enough. And now goes on to Yamizura.
But that's it. This is what they need to take that pot and like control it. Pio claims it, steals it. This is what we were looking for. Yes.
Still goes down to Pio though. You know, but again, mana's even, kills are even. Who's going to be able to get the advantage here? Damage is going out onto Emmy right now. No Paladin cover. Payon is already out, so Emmy's not going to be able to get Payon. But Ava's in danger here. Ooh, got any cover? Can't quite make it.
They've been living for as long as they can, but they can't get it. A Reaper LB disrupts any damage that could have gone onto Emmy and Sabo, which then gives them the space to keep pushing this offensive further. Liliana in guard, might be dead out of guard.
Yep, 100% dead out of guard there. And now, again, this is where they just need to reset, take the L, walk back. Sylvie is in no man's land. Sylvie is going to die here. And they're still getting frogged. That's what last thing you want to see is Atreus going to try and save. Atreus saves. But honestly, you're chill with that. You got cover out, you got guard out, and you're going to break 50 here.
Yep, that is fine with them. But now we do have White Mage LB and Dragoon LB on the other side. They have to go and like act decisively because both Paladin and Scholar LBs might be out soon.
Team's out.
Be quick with this. Yep, not quite enough. Yami throws it out.
Look at the mana. Oh man, again, like the mana is so on their side. Meteor goes out, but Atreus is down. Trades the Paladins. Both Paladins were unable to LB.
Wow. Okay. Yes, but then that does give them the opportunity to take this fight equally now.
Lulu is barely going to make it out to that pot. Liliana now in a lot of danger.
But let's see, can the team pressure them off Liliana? Can we get some peels here? You get a pot from their side.
But now Reaper's coming in with Reaper Fear. It's going to be a little bit rough.
But Liliana playing the wall so well with that dash. Gets out of there.
There's no shot Emmy lives here. There's no shot Emmy lives here. Gets covered. Sabo and LB going to be totally fine. The Reaper LB comes out. What are you going to do?
Atreus.
Counter LB from Atreus, but they're still getting point push. Just hit the guy who's not invul. That's going to be Ava.
Oh, Ava is going down. Pio is barely making our life. It's gonna try to get back to the heal fountain to survive. Atreus goes down next. Sylvie on the point. They have to just survive just slightly longer. Guard is up. Can they backflip out of there in time? They can, but Pio goes down instead. They identified. Let's just take Pio out. Like, Sylvie's out, no problem.
Liliana's cracked on point. You gotta just stay. And if you get pushed, you have to get pushed. Yep, that's gonna be it. Again, even with the comp switch, it's going to be very decisive. And again, it's always just a tiny bit of damage. Like in that opener against Sabo. Sabo lived on like 6k and then just got healed all the way up.
Yep. It's that coordination. So good. Like, you know, and the way they just counter kill is like insane. It's just the way they just like pull back whoever needs help. They sort of like keep that formation so that you know, people are within line of sight to the healer so they can be supported, and then they just go for the counter attack. It's just so clean.
It is. But it's very surprising in like that opener where you'll see like again a BBC will put out a lot of damage, get someone very close, and there'll be almost no counter send until about like 3 or 4 seconds later, and then the counter send comes out and it's just slowly working their way back into the game. Even without the White Mage, or even without Imperial, it feels like they're slowly winning the war of attrition.
Yeah, that's also really interesting. It's like what they did with Lulu as well on Reaper was like sort of stopping any and delaying any of the pots. So the people would find it very hard to rejoin the fights. So I will say they did do, like, I think like the opener was especially very nice and convincing on the Big Burst Crew side because they did play that aggression, as I said, but just Hopeful knew how to counter that. It's just, it is what it is, man. This is why I'm not a coach, because my advice did not work. So
Yep.
it is what it is.
Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you both to join me down in the Team Hopeful chat in Discord. I was going to go talk to them, see if I can get what they're thinking, yada yada.
Sure.
Sure. Do you want to run the interview, or are we running
I'll run the
thing?
interview. I just kind of want you guys to be there because you're the voices. Y'all
Okay,
y'all
okay.
are the voice of the tournament. So.
We'll go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations for winning the tournament. How are you guys feeling about your victory? Is the sun coming up?
Not quite yet.
Not
but
quite.
Maybe in Finland. Maybe for several.
Angle.
It might be. I don't know.
My cook chair is quite warm right now.
I was sad to see you weren't playing, Shimori. Yeah, I was kind of excited.
He doesn't have the name. He can't play.
Oh,
Literally
Yeah,
made that
I
joke
actually-
earlier.
I actually don't have my class on in here.
you're kidding me. Oh my God. How long you been playing in NA, Shimori?
I've moved my main to EU.
Yeah, for CCRC, unfortunately.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
I can't unlock like every single job on my ult. That's no.
Well, I know this was just a stepping stone for you guys before you got Rosilla's tournament tomorrow, and then you guys are in the FanFest tournament, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
It'll be exciting.
Yeah, glad to give you some good practice. I don't know. Are you guys just looking to get out here and go to bed, or?
Yeah, pretty much. It's like 4 a.m. currently.
All right. I won't
Okay,
keep it long then.
looking forward to the bed. Yeah.
Gonna wake up. There's another tournament when we wake up.
Y'all are
Gotta
crazy
be
for
fresh.
that, yeah. That's why I was surprised you want to come out to this, because I was like, well, Rosilla's is like 6 a.m. my time. So, all right.
Yeah, bro, it's the grind set.
The grind
Exactly.
set. Well said.
That's why y'all won. Well, I won't keep you any longer then. Thanks so much for coming out. Good luck tomorrow and at FanFest.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
But that was a pleasure to play on it.
Yeah, y'all welcome anytime.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Yoink, yoink. Did I yoink Siley or yoink that back up? Okay. As you can tell, yeah, I want to yoink you guys back up there. As you can tell, they're all very tired. Like you said, it's 4 a.m. their time. They have another tournament in 9.5 hours, hosted by Rosilla.
There we go.
It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. That's again, like they were talking about, that's the grind set that keeps them winning, so.
Yep.
Ah,
Your grand champions of bragging rights, 16 team hopeful from Europe. CC truly is coming home.
DC is everywhere. It's just like the World Cup.
it is. One of these days, I'll see if we can get some Japanese teams here too, maybe some Chinese teams or Korean.
Yeah, but
yes.
again,
It is the
make them
Universal
play on the
Olympics.
NA ping because you know.
Nah, screw it. Everyone goes to Materia. Everyone is lagging.
Dog, the Materia World Cup would go so hard.
They would. All right, I think that's personally it for myself. I gotta go get myself some din din.
Yes, Sila, thank you so much for coming in to fill for the second shift. It let me run things really smoothly. Anything you want to say to the people before you go?
Keep playing LP, and if you're at all interested, join Rising Stars Discord. Talk to people in Gitson's Discord, EPL. There's tons of resources around. Just ask people around. We'll be able to get started. LP is really sick, and if you want a grassroots community with a bunch of people that are here just to kind of game and just have a good time, you are going to really like it here. And
Hell
of
yeah.
course, get ready to get your ass beat. But in like, the fun way, when like you're learning something.
Yeah, we'll beat your ass, but we'll be fun about it. I hope.
Exactly.
All right, well, I won't keep you any longer, man. Thank you so much for coming in. Take
Peace,
care.
y'all. See you around.
Pleasure to commentate with you, Salah.
Oh, I'm being told that the Rising Stars invite is kind of bugged. So while I'm doing that, Aeon, is there anything you want to say to the people before we let you go for the night?
Sure. Thank you very much, first of all, Gidson, for having me here. Thank you very much, everyone, for supporting us with your viewership and your messages. I've been reading them all, and you know, it's been really nice seeing everyone here. It's very important that we could continue supporting this community. You know, there are, you know, like, these are the reasons why people still play PvP. You know, it's more about the people. We are the content, right? So big thank you. Really can't stress that any further. Yeah, if you aren't following already, or if you're new to the PvP scene because like you came from, say, Denmo stream, we do this a lot actually. So PvP is not dead. It is being kept alive by a very passionate amount of people. So do give Skidson a follow if you want to see more tournaments like this. And yeah, you know, maybe start your own teams. We are always welcoming new players to try this game mode out, and I can't recommend it enough for the experience and for the, you know, basically the friendships that you will make along the way. Am I right to plug my channel here, Gidson, or
Go
not?
for it.
All right, so you can follow me at twitch.tv/AeonXII. That is AEONXII. I have streamed 14, and I, you know, actually did stream it quite recently, actually, but as well as a other bunch of different games. So if you're interested in me and my personality, and you like what you heard here, go give me a follow as well. Maybe I might go and host my own stuff, because Gidson and I were actually talking about something. I don't know if you remember, Gidson. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, it's very much still so in the works. You know, we're thinking maybe after FanFest, just so like, you know, everyone is like, you know, can stay locked in for that.
Strike the iron while it's hot, bro. Do it.
Yeah. After, you know, like soon after. I'm not gonna leave it for too long, trust. But yeah, no. Yeah, I thank you again, Gidson, for having me, and yeah, hope to see more of these tournaments in the future.
We'll be around, yeah. Glad to have you, man. Take care.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
All right, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. We're going to find someone to rate us out, too, real quick. But yeah, it's my first tournament, I think, that I've hosted, like, all goddamn year, or at least the first one that I can remember. We're going to be doing more of these. If you like PvP, come stick around. If you want to see more of this stuff, obviously I posted a Discord link to Rising Stars. That is the hub for organized professional PvP play in North America and beyond, actually. So if you want to find a team, maybe find some people to practice with, we do like pickup games, we do like organized tournaments there. So go over to Rising Stars, and if you just kind of want to hang out with us at a really cool place, I plugged Gateway Fate earlier, and Final Fantasy XIV Convention in St. Louis, October 17th and 18th. Let me tell you, it is the best small convention I've ever been to, and I am so happy that they're letting us run a PvP LAN there. So it's just going to be such a fun time. The Rising Stars, Gateway Fate, go join both of them. And thank you all so much for watching. It was really nice to see everyone come out, and I hope y'all have a lovely night. Take care, everyone.